my gosh, this probably isn't good? Or is there more confidence that Joe has gone through the right rehab and should be all right moving forward?
Yeah, I think going into Sunday, that first hit is going to be that way, probably for a lot of people, including the Bengals and including Joe probably, right? And then he pops up, and then I think it'll be business as usual. I don't think he's in the in-prone conversation that Deshaun Watson is in necessarily, but he does have to stay healthy this year. I think this is kind of he can avoid that completely if he stays healthy this year as one of the best quarterbacks, comes back from this crazy injury that no other quarterback has had to deal with. So there are questions, but if he answers those questions, I think he can kind of duck the injury-prone label that I think some have floated out there this offseason.
Have you gotten used to the hair yet?
Yeah, I actually like it.
Do you? It's kind of grown on me, too. Yeah.
Yeah. He's had way worse hair. look up what it looked like when he signed that $275 million extension.
Okay.
Look it up.
All right, I will.
When he was getting sacked by Myles Garrett last year, there's a reason he got his haircut. He looked in the mirror, he was like, man, this haircut sucks. I like it. I think it's initially it like shocks you because it's such a change. But then after a few weeks in, I was like, man, that's a good look. He looks pretty good. So, yeah, he doesn't give a damn, I think, about his hair. But, no, it's grown on me. I hope he keeps it.
New hair. He's got this new he's doing all these interviews with all these national people now. It's a different Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Well, he needs to sit down with me. That's my
why has he done that? You are the preeminent Bengals reporter. Why has he not done that?
Tell him that.
I will right now. Joe, get on. What are you doing, man? You need to make the stops over there. Although I think one of the more recent videos, you guys had a Bengals player on, and I think you guys were interviewing him from like a pool table. So I don't know. Yeah,
that did happen from a suit shop. Ted Karras's idea. that interview aired Tuesday night. So there you go. But no, that was a fun interview. A little different. Have you ever seen an interview at a suit shop? His idea.
It's his idea?
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys are fun. You guys are fun and wacky. That's why Joe needs to go on you and go on your show. It'll be great. All right. Tell people where to check that show out. Because now I want to watch the whole video.
Cincinnati Bengals Talk on YouTube is where that show will air. I'm excited about it. He was really good. I did ask him about Joe, by the way, because I was wondering.
All right. Well, I'll check it out when it happens. I'm not even going to ask you about the Cody Ford update because now that TikTok's bored with that relationship. The relationship ended. TikTok got bored of it, so I think we're done with it too.
Yeah, I've heard things, but I don't know what I can say and not say, so I'm just not going to say anything.
You can text me.
Everybody's doing well in the Cody Ford realm.
All right. James, appreciate you hopping on, man. Good luck and let you get back to practice and everything. Thanks, man.
Thanks, JP. Appreciate it.
All right, good stuff right there with our buddy James Rapien. Of course, check him out, Locked On Bengals, everywhere in between. Busy day at practice. Very busy day at practice for the Bengals with the Jamar Chase news. I do think, to close out here, I know what James said, and James knows more than I do about the Bengals and always will because he is the preeminent Bengals reporter in this country. There's no denying that. But I liked how he phrased it with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I do wonder if, as good as Joe Burrow is, though, I wonder what a leg up Jamar Chase actually gives him. Think about it. In LSU, he had Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase as his teammates. Oh, Corey won a national title. Like, hindsight, it's pretty easy to figure out how LSU was that dominant. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. I mean, if we can go back in time and put ourselves with the knowledge we know now, it would have been a foregone conclusion, wouldn't have even been a debate who wins that national title game. That's how dominating those three players are. Evidenced by Justin Jefferson making the highest amount by a wide receiver in the NFL, and then Joe Burrow and the success that he's had. But Joe Burrow without Jamar Chase would be fascinating to see. Week one wouldn't really matter. You take it on the Patriots. I think Joe Burrow can win with him and T. Higgins and three dudes at the park. I think he'll be fine. But I would be interested to see what happens. I think they're on the Chiefs in week two. Like, if they can't get a deal done, I want to know the impact from Joe Burrow on how much Jamar Chase actually makes or breaks him in any sort of respect. I mean, maybe he's like Patrick Mahomes with Tyreek Hill. The moment that Tyreek Hill was gone, all Patrick Mahomes did was continue to win at a very high rate, and then has won 2 Super Bowls since Tyreek Hill has been in a Miami Dolphins uniform. I think that's what I would bet on happening. But if that's my answer, then you can see why the Bengals would be hesitant to go ahead and back up the Brinks truck. If my answer is the same thing happens like what happened with Tyreek Hill, then why are we in such a hurry to pay this man? Food for thought there. All right, been a lot of fun today. Thank you to Nico. Thank you to Pete McCarthy. Thank you to all of you guys for tuning in. As you always do, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Keep it locked in. You've got Infinity Sports Network.
Clones, listen up. Not all beef jerky is the same. In fact, there are major differences in quality from one brand to the next. Old Trapper is a better way to snack, chock full of good protein to satisfy your manliest hunger cravings. Every bite is better for you and higher in essential protein than chips, sugar-filled energy bars, and candy. Old Trapper in the Clearview bag is the world's finest jerky, made with only the best ingredients. So ask for Old Trapper by name because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Save Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Carolina Eagle is proud to partner with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to bring 4,704 cans of emergency drinking water to the local volunteer firefighters who help keep our communities safe. This summer, Carolina Eagle wants to give a huge thank you to the Fountain Rural Fire Association for all that they do. At Carolina Eagle, they are proud to work with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to give back to the place we call home. Carolina Eagle Distributing, proudly serving Eastern North Carolina since 1989.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Hey, you ought to see me in the summertime. Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Line's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts. I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Tell you what, I'm a turtle saver.
I don't like cocky Clip.
Where's Clip? Clip, what's up, dude?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Victory Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville. We are on 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we'd love for you to come hang out with us as the numbers continue to grow on our YouTube page at Pirate Radio TV. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and give us your feelings on ECU's win to start the season over at Norfolk State. How are you feeling about Old Dominion? Week 1, NFL, college football as a whole. We got so much to talk about, and we want to hear from you, so chime in on Pirate Radio TV. And if you are subscribed, you'll know when you can watch this show, the Brian Bailey Show, the Greg Hudson Show, the Holt Naylor Show. And we've got a ton of a recap from ECU Norfolk State, interviews, and a whole bunch of goodies. So make sure you are checking us out there and on Facebook as well. Coming up on today's show, we will recap the Pirate victory and look ahead to week 2 with Double B, Brian Bailey. He talked to John David Baker earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show. We'll talk about that conversation, get Bailey's thoughts on the week 1 win, and also his thoughts on facing his alma mater, ODU, coming up this Saturday. Ellerbe will join us in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll hear Holt Naylor's Monday morning quarterback. We got our 5th quarter recap coming up, as well as comments from Mike Houston, Anthony Smith, Jake Garcia, Zakai Barker. A full Monday recap edition of Pirate Radio Live is coming your way today. We'll welcome in the cast of characters, the big dog holding the camera. Shirley Rhodes is here. J-Bone, Jarrett is here. And left side,
Strong side,
Chandler Honeycutt is here. Hello, Chon.
What's up? Is this what 1-0 feels like, Clip Rock? Because we have not felt this way since 2016.
This is the first time we've been 1-0 since you've been here?
Yes, because that was my freshman year at East Carolina. So you have to date back 8 years since the Pirates have started off with a win.
A young Chandler Honeycutt, ECU 1-0, goes to Scotty Montgomery's call-in show, tells him he's the man.
I said, you brought so much swagger to this program that we hadn't seen in a long time. So I appreciate you that. I appreciate you for saying that. And that was after the state win because, beat
last time the Pirates went 2-0.
Yeah. So, but it feels great. It feels awesome. I'm just glad to get the win. And I said it on the pregame show when I called in that I think that we're going to get it done in dominating fashion. And it could have even been worse, if it wasn't for the 6 turnovers. And, You look at Jake Garcia and his performance and 4 touchdowns and the 3 picks. And the thing is that, and I even asked Coach Houston a while ago about his mentality. He kept talking about the Goldfish mentality, having a short memory. And that's exactly what it seemed like he had on Saturday, especially. I mean, the very first drive, he throws a pick. What's he do? Go out there, and then he scored or throws for 4 touchdowns. So I was just very impressed the way he was able to bounce back, and just that tells you a lot about this defense too. I mean, turned the ball over 6 times.
They're used to be putting in bad spots,
so. And they're, like you said, they're used to this. But just a great job by the defense. They have not given up a touchdown so far this season. But I was just happy to see a lot of the new guys on Saturday as well. The transfer portal kind of hopefully going to be working for this program, but you saw Anthony Smith score. You saw Casey Kelly with the very first touchdown of the season. He's a transfer. Winston Wright with 2 big-time kickoff returns, 2 for 77 yards. He's going to be like a Dwayne Harris, Chris Johnson, Tyler Snead, where you don't want to go to the bathroom when he's returning kicks, because you never know when he's going to break one to the house. So
another new guy scored.
Riles twice.
Well, he's not new. He was here, right?
Oh, I thought he was here. I thought he was from the transfer portal.
Another new guy scored.
Gotta think. New guy.
A guy who I never said his name ever in my life before Saturday.
Gosh, who was
Gavin Gibson.
Gavin Gibson, the interception return for a touchdown. I was actually right there in front of that. I thought he had no chance to get the end zone, but he did. And they talked about how in the post game they said, I think it was Zakai Barker, when they get turnovers, they want to get to they call it the box. They want to get in the end zone. They want to try to get in the end zone and score. And they did a good job of setting up blocks, making a wall for Gavin Gibson to get in the end zone. So great job by the defense. And just overall, I was very pleased. Obviously, the 6 turnovers, you don't want to see that on a consistent basis. But I was very happy to see how the offense bounced back. And Jay Garcia wasn't. I mean, I think John David Baker said today on the Brian Bailey show that he never became gun shy. Something we didn't. We almost never saw it last year.
Yeah,
it was going deep down the field.
Mason Garcia was too scared to throw a pick.
We did.
Jay Garcia loves throwing picks. So, he throws picks for breakfast, but then he throws touchdowns for lunch and dinner.
Yeah, so I was just very happy.
You agree with me?
Yeah, I do.
I like the way you just said yeah.
But to continue to try to get down the field and throw the ball down the field, it was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John.
A breath of fresh air to see us try to go deep and be aggressive. So you could definitely see the changes offensively. And, man, we talked about it all offseason. They're going to be fast. Anthony Smith lost his shoe and had to run like a play or two without his shoe because he didn't have time to put it back on. That's how fast this offense runs. So, but ODU, that's going to be tough on the road. They've been there before. Mike Houston's first signature win, I would say, his first big-time win was in Norfolk at ODU. Can they get it done again this Saturday? We shall find out.
We won our scrimmage game. We beat a FCS opponent. We were 33-point favorites. Job well done, but now the season begins. Now the playoff begins. Hey, we're in the playoffs right now. We just got to keep winning.
Yep. Game by game.
Yeah. So you mentioned the defense not giving up a touchdown. One thing playing an FCS opponent first week does, your stats are going to look really good. And you'd almost have to have a bad game now to have like average looking stats. Like we're going to have elite looking stats on defense for a while, I think.
Yeah.
We are going to have to do a lot of catching up when it comes to the turnover differential for this year. Put ourselves behind the 8 ball on that one.
Yeah,
I would say.
I haven't talked to you since game day, after the game. But what was your thoughts about the win?
They got it done. I love the changes and the new look offense. I'm glad that for 1 week, as much as I hyped up the defense this offseason, they came through like I thought they would. But again, what did I say all last week? Like, there wasn't much I was going to take away from this game from a score perspective. I wanted to see the changes. I wanted to see – here's something I took away. Maybe Jalen Johnson and the receiving core wasn't that bad last year. Jalen Johnson is on the NFL practice squad.
Yeah. So
maybe it all came down to the quarterback play, maybe the calls, the type of offense. More so than, although we did upgrade a receiver, but Chase Sowell didn't play, and we'll see him. They went to Brock Spalding a few times.
Yeah.
Like, we saw some guys last year that struggled or just didn't perform for whatever reason. I was glad to see I'm a Tyler Savage fan just because he's a good dude. Good to see him make a play.
How about 7 catches for tight ends on Saturday?
Love that. We'll talk about that with Bryce coming up tomorrow.
And with a guy like JBD coming in here, a former tight ends coach, you kind of thought that he was going to try to get them in the mix, and he did right away. That was the first touchdown of the game from to Casey Kelly. So that is something we have not seen. I mean, I guess you could say that Ryan Jones was a pretty good tight end, but I really, since Bryce Williams, I really don't think there hasn't been a lot of productivity from the tight end room, and I think we could see that this year with some of the additions, including Casey Kelly and Tyler Savage. So
yeah, they
I'm
got
excited.
some weapons. Yeah. That's good to see. We are getting some requests from somebody. I got a text, Chandler.
Yeah, I just saw this guy.
It says, do me a favor and tell Brett he sucks.
Brett's not here, but I really do hope he comes in at some point.
Jamie says, is Brett in the building? He is not.
No. God, I wish.
Brett had a rough one on Friday.
He might do a Connor. He might disappear.
Might just never show back up. Which sucks because he got people really amped up and excited about the show by just saying the most asinine things ever.
Crazy. East Carolina can never beat Virginia Tech. Hey, buddy. 2008, 2014. Check the record books.
Why not say 2015?
2015. The Gam game is what I like to call that one. James Summers.
Virginia Tech can never beat Vanderbilt. They should never go to Nashville. Sorry, folks. Brett's not here. I don't know where he's at.
We have to talk 0-1 Hokies football with Coach Mack tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get his thought. He was at the game, I believe. So,
and then they are going to be put on the ban list. Never things we cannot talk about anymore. Things we don't talk about on this show. Politics, religion,
right?
Chandler's love life.
Yes.
Virginia Tech football.
Right.
That's it. They are not worth speaking about. Don't give me that Homer bleep.
And Virginia Tech basically banned us, right?
They did.
They banned us.
So now we're banning them.
So we're banning them now.
How's that feel?
Yeah. Take that.
Ban me. I'm going to ban you. Chandler, I'm going to need you to have a really strong performance today.
All right. I feel like I'm off to a good start.
I do too. It's a real fresh of breath air to have you here.
Fresh of breath air. Man. Wow. That's crazy. What about a story?
What about a story?
What about a story the time that Chandler said fresh of breath air?
I don't know. I'm so excited football's here, and I'm trying to fight through this thing, but I feel pretty crappy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
Maybe this will cheer you up. Sports trivia.
I don't need to be cheered up. I'm in a good mood.
Maybe this would be a good dose of medicine for you.
Okay.
Sports trivia tonight at the Bug, 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. And guess what? For the first time, we will be there. And there will be football on the TV. Boston College, Florida State. Can Florida State bounce back, or can Bill O'Brien get the Eagles to upset Florida State in Tallahassee? We'll find out, and we'll be playing some sports trivia. So
that
hang out.
Is awesome. We'll have the game on the big screen. So come on out, 8 o'clock to Dubbuck, Buccaneer Music Hall.
I'm trying to go back to back.
Back to back, Jack.
Yep, went last night. All right, I won last week. So
Chad said Clip needs some sleep. The problem was I did need some sleep. So what did I do yesterday? I took an old man afternoon nap. Problem was that nap went way too long. So then I was up last night, messed up my schedule. So now I didn't sleep last night because I slept all day yesterday. So my plan is to get through this, get through sports trivia, immediately go to sleep, and hopefully I'll be reset for tomorrow.
I'll be right back. I want to go get you a napkin because you feel so bad that you're bleeding.
Do what?
Your nose is bleeding.
Oh, my God. Am I dying? Live on air? All right. But this is what we do. We soldier through on Labor Day. Despite our ailments. Despite everything we have going on. We're going to get through this. Chad said set an alarm, get you a good 15-minute nap. I've never been really good at those. I feel like they just make me more tired if I do the quick cat nap. Are you a cat napper?
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
I always want a nap, but every time I go down, every time I lay down to take a nap, it's so hard to go to sleep for some reason. I'm a big want to take a nap guy, but I just cannot. I don't know.
Can't do it. And
when I do take naps, it's like what happened to you. You sleep way too long.
Yeah. And it just like messes up your whole cycle.
Yeah.
Deal. I don't know what I got. Some kind of football fever. I got Commander's fever. I was so excited last night. I started thinking about my attire to tiebreakers this Sunday when the Commanders take on the Bucks.
I'll be there with you. Saw Brian Smith and Keaton Smith asked me if I was going to be at tiebreakers.
I saw them Thursday and asked if they had a table ready.
And I said, does a bear bleep in the woods?
Steve says, have Chon guest host and you go to bed.
I think he's talking about trivia.
Nah, I got to do trivia. I got to do everything. I got to do it. You sleep when you're dead, is what I've been told. Jamie says he's got a fever, and the only cure is more football. How about Jamie was here on Saturday, sitting in that very chair?
I hate that I missed him, but I have met him before. I met him at the UNCW ECU baseball game, so I was glad that you were able to meet him. And by the way, real person and not a weird dude.
Normal guy. Very nice fellow.
So, and good for you for putting him on the show. I feel like that's pretty cool to get some of the chat game members on the show.
Well, I think he deserves it for bringing...
he does bring a lot to the table.
Yeah, he's with us every day. He's part of our family.
As we look at Brian Kelly on the screen right now.
What happened with Brian Kelly? Why did he slam the table?
I don't know, but when you slammed the table earlier, that's what it reminded me of. He was mad.
USC picking up the win. Man, were there some good receivers in that game last night?
Dude.
I can tell you, he was upset because he said that his team celebrated way too early in the game and thought that they had the game won and they didn't finish the job.
Oh. You got to finish the job. Expected way more points in that, but there were some fun highlight plays.
Including one heck of a catch by the USC receiver. I mean, he
drilled.
He went up and one-handed, caught it, and just I still don't know how he managed to catch that ball and hang on to it.
I think I need a Celsius. Stay active and energized all day with Celsius by your side. Look for your favorite Celsius flavor at your favorite retailer and ECU football games. Celsius, the official energy drink of Pirate Radio, proudly distributed by Minji's Bottling Group. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube and join us this weekend for another edition of the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show right after ECU and Old Dominion. Shirley, can we hear our 5th quarter recap presented by Celsius, some of the calls we heard on a late night Saturday night? 42-3, the final tonight. East Carolina over Norfolk State. Pirates start 2024 1-0. Mike Houston's first victory in an opener as a Pirate coach, and we got plenty to talk about. A lot of new faces in the game tonight and a couple of new faces here on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. A couple of former Pirate QBs, Holton Ahlers to my left. Holton, we'll dive into it, but your quick thoughts on this win tonight.
We're going to the playoff clip.
All right.
We're going undefeated.
Let's go. And we got Caden Norman here as well. Caden, what'd you think?
Hey, the offense looked solid, and we had a great D, so I was excited.
Let's go.
Hashtag great D.
I know I've apologized on the show before, but I apologize. Holton, I'm very sorry for all the things I've said about you in the past. I'm a reformed Holton Ahlers hater.
There you go.
Hey, you're all good, man. All good.
Yeah, good. But we both love the Pirates. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll come out and say this: defense A+, special teams A, offense B-. I like what I saw from this new look offense. Apart from the turnovers, I really like the tempo. I feel like we should have got the run game a little bit more involved in the first half. But I like what I see. I like the potential we see in Jake Garcia. It's good to see a quarterback that's not afraid to stay in the pocket, throw it down the field. Like we didn't really see that much last year. But yeah, overall excited.
Holton Ahlers, Caden Norman. Guys, a couple of breaks in. How we feeling?
Great. We're going to the playoff, man. Let's go. How do we not feel good?
I feel like y'all are doing a good job on your maiden voyage. Jarrett, Young Cole, what's up, buddy? Shirley here, Big Dog, hanging out late night, Pirate Radio Studios, East Carolina, a winner tonight. Kenny, we played a lot better than your phone is sounding right now. So can you get to a better area?
Well, I'm on the way to Blunt Creek.
I heard that. So maybe you're good now.
But I was saying, we were a little sloppy tonight on offense, and that's funny to say when we scored that many points.
So me and Caden went to the scrimmage, and he threw a pick in the scrimmage too. And the first thing I noticed was he was the first one off the field. He sprinted off the field during the scrimmage, and he kind of stayed, confident on the sideline. Me and Caden both pointed out. And then his first one tonight and his second one tonight, I think he threw 3 tonight, pretty close, like back to back, and every single time he sprinted off the field. So that says a lot about him. I think he's a confident kid. And look, I said it as a coach too. I'm not worried about the picks, to be honest with you. He went into this game without his number one receiver, and he's got to figure out who can make 50-50 catches, especially if we don't have Chase next week at ODU.
Holton Ahlers, Caden Norman, myself on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Celsius recapping that. A couple other things I enjoyed was the guy calling in who was the little nugget of the game. That was hilarious. I guess they showed him on the screen at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. And, of course, our old friend Reed calling in, who I somehow tricked him into thinking he had called to order a pizza and actually hung up and was confused.
This is Bill.
I think Reed had him a few.
I'm sorry, Bill. I've got the wrong number.
I did not mean to call you.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to call you. All right, bye-bye.
We tricked old Reed. But it was a fun night. I thought Holt and Caden did great. Callers did great. Enjoyed it. Let's do it again this Saturday, same time. Cass said the Old Dominion game should be interesting. The Old Dominion line has been interesting.
Yeah, started off at 3 in favor of Old Dominion, and just like that, the snap of a finger, the Pirates are 2.5-point favorites.
Wow, it is a huge swing just in less than a day, really. So we'll follow that line coming up throughout the week here on Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a break. When we return, BB Brian Bailey will join us. We'll get his thoughts on the Pirates, Cowboys Week 1. Touchdown Friday, and more. A lot to talk about with BB. Back with you after this.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
Pirate Radio, where the heart of Greenville lives. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, it is a Movie Ticket Monday. We're giving away 2 tickets to Golden Ticket Cinemas coming up in hour number 3, so stay tuned for that. Amongst all the football. Hey, maybe you want to watch football this weekend, your wife wants to go see a movie. Why not both? Maybe you want to go see a movie. Any movie you want to go see, John?
I still want to go see, if it's still out, but Twisters. I've heard a lot of good reviews about that. So Twisters.
All right.
Did you go see it?
I did.
And you're on a scale of 1 to 10. What is it?
7.
7?
7.
Not bad.
Entertaining summer movie. So, a theater movie. You know, some movies are like, yeah, you can watch this at home. You need to see that one in the theater.
With all the sound effects and stuff. Yeah.
Let's head out to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Joining us, Double B, Brian Bailey, host of the Brian Bailey Show, WNCT Sports Director, host of Touchdown Friday. What's up, Brian?
What's going on? Happy Monday.
Happy Victory Monday to you, sir. The Pirates winners, 42-3 over Norfolk State. Bailey, we've kind of talked about it quite a bit at this point, but your overall thoughts on the victory from Saturday?
Well, I thought, they came out and took care of business is what they had to do. The longer you let a team like that hang around, the more of a chance for an upset there is. And I think they kind of, put it to them. Obviously, as Coach Houston said, they left a lot of points, a lot of yards on the field with the turnovers, but they got to get those fixed. And you don't beat a good team with 6 turnovers. So they got to get that thing figured out for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say that last segment. We were kind of not praising, but saying, man, Jake Garcia, he's not afraid to throw a pick. He's a gunslinger. He's got a great attitude after he throws a pick. If he throws 3 or 4 next week, we are not going to be so kind about those interceptions. And, neither will anybody on the staff or anything. So, you hope those get fixed, Bailey. But I don't know, man. Saturday just kind of felt like a scrimmage. It feels like the real season almost begins this Saturday, 6 o'clock in Norfolk.
Yeah, and you got to feel, that Old Dominion has got a type of team that obviously they were the better team against South Carolina. So I don't know if South Carolina is that bad or if Old Dominion is that good. I just know that Old Dominion was a much better team. They fumbled twice, inside the 5, inside the 10, to give away 2 touchdowns, and they lost a close game. They got to be kicking themselves. They had a chance to, that would have been an upset that people would have talked about, all week long. Old Dominion went to South Carolina on opening day in front of all those fans and beat the Gamecocks. It didn't happen. But so both teams come into this game worried about turnovers. The difference, East Carolina played a lesser opponent, got away with it, and won 42-3. Old Dominion didn't get away with it, cost them the game. But I think that's the big concern on both sides of football, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out on Saturday.
Man, the turnovers and hanging with South Carolina, that sounds like the one we had when Scotty Montgomery was here.
Yeah, when we turned the ball over like 15 times in the red zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zay Jones had 22 catches that game.
I remember that game, and I remember saying the same thing. That, hey, let one slip away, and then I think everything spiraled downwards after that.
Yep, that it did. Brian, I was listening to a national show, Brandon Walker with Barstool, and this is what they do on all the national shows. When a team barely beats a team that is looked at as lesser than, they just blame the big name team. So they all just talked about how much South Carolina stunk, more so than giving any praise at all to Old Dominion. So, and that could be the case, but if ODU can go toe-to-toe with South Carolina, they certainly can go toe-to-toe with East Carolina. I mean,
you got to think that. Yeah, exactly. You got to think that. And it may be the team that solves the turnover problem is the one that wins this week. But I think, the Old Dominion fans will be fired up because I think, they get really up for the Virginia Techs of the world, and they've played East Carolina 4 times and haven't come up with a victory yet. So they got to think that they're due. And the odds makers liked Old Dominion to start, and now the money's gone East Carolina's way. So that'll be another thing to watch for this week, how that thing fluctuates throughout the week. But it's a great game because, Old Dominion's only 2.5 hours away, and East Carolina recruits the Tidewater area. Old Dominion recruits Eastern North Carolina. So I think it's a good game for both teams. I'm glad they're playing.
You think we'll see close to, if not a full house, Bailey?
I would hope so. I would think that a lot of Pirate fans would go. Now, I haven't heard ticket sales or anything like that, but I would think that there would be a lot of, East Carolina fans that would like to make that trip because, in this day and age of college football, when you get in conference games, even in the American, you're not making many of those trips, but you can make this one. You can make the Liberty game. You can make the Charlotte game. So if you're a Pirate fan, you've got a chance to see, all the home games, obviously, if you live in eastern North Carolina, and then you got a chance to go to some of these games.
And, man, this one is big when it comes to a crowd at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium week 3. I did not go on Saturday, but from what I heard and saw, shout out to the students for making the Boneyard look good. Holton and Caden said they were a little disappointed. There weren't more fans in the stands, but I think that will be corrected if the Pirates are 2-0 welcoming in App State.
Well, coming off a 2-10 season,
yeah,
and it's Labor Day weekend, I think that 36 is, I think the hope was maybe for 40, but I think that was wishful thinking. I think 35 was maybe the goal. They got 36.5 or 36.4 something. So I think the numbers were good. It was a good crowd. I mean, the crowd was into it. The crowd was fired up. The tailgating all afternoon long was fun. I mean, it was a good atmosphere at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium and a nice night for football. So, this time of year, you never know what the weather's going to do. Just look at Friday night. Freeboot wasn't so fortunate, was it?
That was a monsoon on Friday. Bailey, one of the advantages of not being able to tailgate during Saturdays is sitting in here and watching multiple screens and seeing all the action. So I was able to see Clemson get absolutely walloped by Georgia. We'll talk about this more Tuesday when we have our college football hour with Mac McCarthy, but I'll have more thoughts on Clemson there. But they got blown out. Penn State, very impressive win on the road at West Virginia. Miami absolutely crushed Florida in the Swamp. Another impressive road victory. We saw Notre Dame get an impressive, maybe that was the storyline of week 1. Impressive road victories from Penn State, Notre Dame, and from Miami. Did you have any other takeaways from week 1 in college football?
I really enjoyed the LSU Southern Cal game last night. And I'm one of those guys that I used to stay up late all the time, but now I've gotten to be one of those guys that goes to bed early on Sundays. But I went to bed and just watched it. And I had the earbuds in. I was watching it on my phone basically. And every time a big play would happen, I'd wake up and watch it. And I watched the whole fourth quarter, and I just thought it was great. And you think about it, we got Lincoln Riley, a former offensive coordinator of East Carolina, and Joe Sloan. He's the offensive coordinator at LSU. He was here under Skip. So, I mean, we had two guys that we pretty well that were battling in that thing. And, Lincoln Riley, if he has a defense, he's got a chance. And it looked like in that game anyway, he did have a defense.
Both teams were playing way more defense than we anticipated. Spread total was like 66 or something by kickoff, and did not get close to getting there. I tell you what, they had a ton of receivers. I'd take all those receivers on Washington right now if we could get them. But that was a really fun game to watch. The headliner in week 2, I guess in prime time, the headliner is NC State and Tennessee from Charlotte. But the big game at noon will be Michigan and Texas coming up week 2.
Yeah, and man, you just think about some of those matchups, and it's almost like watching a bowl game every week. The way some of these early season matchups go, but that noon game will be fun, and Pirates play at 6, and State's playing in the Charlotte game with Tennessee. So some good matchups coming up.
And then it's week 1 of the NFL. My Commanders in Tampa to take on the Bucs. You got a Cowboys-Browns matchup coming up 4:25 Fox. Is that Brady's debut?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have, for those that care, Tom Brady on the call there. How you feeling about the boys and Browns, Bailey?
I think it's going to be a game that goes down to the wire, and you got to hope you have the ball last. I'm anxious to see the Cowboy defense to see. I think they can be pretty good on defense, and I hope they are. And I'm hoping to see. We'll find out what the running game is going to look like. A couple of graybeards back there now, and to see if that strategy paid off. But I really think Mike Zimmer's defense is going to be good this year.
You think you got a better defensive coordinator than you had last year?
Well, I was a Dan Quinn for the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see what old DQ can do in Washington. Let's look at our team's lines real quick. Are we all underdogs? So the Panthers are 4-point dogs against the Saints. Commanders, 3.5-point dogs against Tampa. Cowboys, 2.5-point dogs against the Browns. Jarrett's Raiders are 3-point dogs against the Chargers. Miami will probably be a favorite. Who's Miami play? Shirley's Dolphins play the Jaguars in Miami is indeed a favorite. So a lot of dogs in the house coming up, Bailey. One of our teams has to win, right?
You got to think so, but I don't know for sure. But I'm hoping that but it's just, man, it's that time of year. You got a game Thursday night, you got a game Friday night, you got all the games Sunday, then you got the Monday night games. I mean, it's just a great time.
Through 2 weeks, Bailey, what's the storyline or two on Touchdown Friday? What are we watching from the high school ranks?
Well, I think Havelock is just really, really good. I don't know if they're going to run away and hide from everybody, but they're really, really talented down there. And they're the number one team in our Touchdown Friday top 9. I think Tarborough's got it rolling again. They're going to go, a long way. They're probably favorites, to go all the way to the state finals again, maybe even win the state finals this time. But I think those two teams, you got to think J.H. Rose is going to pop off with a win. They're 0-2 to start, but they played some pretty good teams. And they got a good one coming up this week with Northern Nash coming to town. So I was impressed with Commondale tonight. They look good. So we'll see what happens this week. South Central and North Pitt, both undefeated as we head to week 3. So I think we're going to do that for one of our feature games this week.
There you go. Big night coming up Friday night on Touchdown Friday. You can hear the high school huddle, 6 o'clock every Friday to get you ready for the Friday night action. Bailey, thank you for joining us. Before we let you go, you got John David Baker on your show today. What did you take away from that conversation?
I kind of took away that he was fairly pleased with how things went. I think the turnovers obviously that bothered him. They bothered Mike. You got to get that thing fixed, because you don't want to turn into a team that turns it over a lot, because teams have their own personalities, and so you got to get that thing figured out. You want to be a team that protects the football, and I think that but it's a first game jitters. Garcia is a gunslinger. He's going to fling it. So maybe that's what we have to live with, but. They're going to have to get that thing figured out to beat Old Dominion. They can't turn it over 6, and that's pretty easy to say, but you can't turn it over 6 times and beat any good team, and they won't do that to beat Old Dominion. You can't turn it over that many times. You got to win the turnover battle, really, I think, in this game, and that's going to be the key for both teams.
Bailey, thank you for joining us. We will check in with you again next month. Actually, we'll check in with you again on Saturday during the Bud Light pregame tailgate. You'll be seeing some old friends maybe up there.
Hanging out with some buddies. That'd be good.
All right.
Look forward to it.
Talk to you then. There he is, Brian Bailey, joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live Line.
OBB. Great show today.
Take a break, come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Victory Monday. Back with you after this. Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Hey, O's fans, gift the experience of Orioles baseball with an Orioles e-gift card. An Orioles e-gift card is the perfect gift for any occasion and can be purchased starting as little as $5. Use e-gift cards to buy game tickets at the box office and online at Orioles.com. Plus, e-gift cards can be redeemed at any concession stand or merchandise location throughout Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Surprise your favorite Orioles fan with an e-gift card today. Visit Orioles.com/gift cards.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of.
Are you dare to walk the plank, matey?
Stop it, you're killing me.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. We'll take you to the edge. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Chandler, who's that guy talking?
EJ Manuel.
Well done. You're ready for sports trivia tonight.
Yes, sir. He is covering the team that he played for.
I don't know my years, but he was the first quarterback selected in one of the drafts. 13? Something around there. And never made it, really, for the Buffalo Bills. Pike.
I saw him over the weekend.
He was watching the 5th quarter via YouTube. He said the 5th quarter show didn't last long enough. I still had a ways to drive back to North Myrtle Beach. Next time I will be last caller and keep the show going. Sorry, Pike. We weren't here long enough for you on Saturday. That's what I needed. Another long Pike call. Call in, Pike. We welcome it. I had fun with the fellas Saturday night and fellow at Shirley Rhodes.
I think they're going to be a hit for the 5th quarter.
Jared, how was your first 5th quarter voyage?
I enjoyed myself. It was nice.
What if your first 5th quarter was, say, when we got smoked by A&T or James Madison?
Probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much, but at least laugh at some calls.
Yeah. You did a good job keeping up with all the calls and everything like that, so we appreciate it. Had some awesome Cucinellas.
Yeah, great pizza.
That was fantastic. Oh, look who showed up. Oh, lock of the week boy, John Moody.
Oh, J Mood.
Read that, Chandler. I don't even want to read his stuff.
Hello, Clip. After my awful lock of the week last week, I have imposed a self-ban on providing bets to the Pirate Radio family. The ban will run for the remainder of the 2024 season.
Classic.
He didn't say season, but I added that.
Nice move, John. That's like
banning yourself. You banning yourself before we can ban you, huh?
I'm pretty sure I've already banned him. That's like the hottest girl in school, and you go up to her and you're like, before you ask, I'm not going to go out with you. Knowing there's no shot.
Yeah.
Hey, John, you don't need to ban yourself, buddy. We'll take care of that. Freaking Virginia Tech. Don't give me that homer bleep.
It was a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overtime?
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Tailgate.
What were your favorite games of the weekend, Jarrett?
Well, last night was great.
Yeah.
But Virginia Tech, Vandy, and Miami, Florida.
That was a beatdown.
What did you have?
I had Miami.
Okay.
I just like to be right.
Yeah, well, I mean, on that note, my favorite game to watch was Georgia-Clemson because I had Georgia. But did we have any great finish it? Notre Dame A&M was good. That was a good one on Saturday night.
Yeah, I didn't get to catch that one.
If you noticed, Holton and I were pulling for a certain team. You could see our reactions. But that was entertaining. Maybe we'll get an entertaining one tonight. Or maybe Florida State will be mad.
Yeah, I don't know about tonight.
Could get away from BC.
I'm now 3-1 on this season.
Oh, nice.
I had USC moneyline last night. So
3-1, Chandler. You show a lot of restraint. I'll say that.
Yeah, I haven't really bet a lot, but I'm just trying to go and make smart bets.
Pick your spots.
Pick your spots.
And you're not listening to Brett.
And I'm not going to pick Virginia Tech.
Robert says, Clip, Chon, crew, if you could add anyone to the fifth quarter show, who would it be?
Donnie Kirkpatrick.
It's too soon, but he would be amazing. Like 5 years
he would be great.
From now.
Oh, my gosh. He'd be great.
An amazing talker. There's a name. I can't say him, though. It's a good question.
Anybody? Pat McAfee. How would you like working with him? Nick Saban he seemed kind of annoyed by him this weekend.
Yeah, I feel like that would wear out quick.
How was Saban on game day? Did anybody watch it?
I didn't watch it. I just saw that video of it was Pat McAfee dancing, and Nick Saban's like kind of looking at him like, "What's this guy doing?" But I didn't watch it.
I know he cursed live on the air.
He said the S word.
Yeah, he dropped an S-bomb.
Saban did?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's all over the internet.
You're bleep out of luck. That's what he said.
If I could add anybody, it would be Mike Houston, because it would be the most watched and listened to show of all time. As people would call in and ask him, and he had to sit here the whole 3 hours, 2 hours. That would be amazing. Jamie said, hell of a win from Notre Dame. I expect good things from them. I wonder if Coach Hud was happy or disappointed. Upset for his daughter, but proud of his alma mater. We'll get a recap on that with Hud coming up later this week.
Coach Hud. Hope he had a good time.
Did you see, you weren't here. I didn't show you the picture he sent me, did I?
No.
Let me show you who he was.
I was listening. Was it Johnny Manziel?
Yeah.
Can I see the picture, though?
He was hobnobbing with Johnny Football.
Money. How about that? That's pretty cool.
Two good-looking guys. Boy, Hud's got a big noggin, too.
Man, he is good-looking.
Noah wants to hear from Scotty Montgomery. Scotty's trying to get him a Super Bowl ring.
Still with Detroit, right?
This guy is good-looking. Lions? Is that what he said?
Yeah, still with Detroit, right?
I believe so, yeah. Jamie said, supposedly McAfee almost got shot by the cannon. Was he trying to pull a Brian Bailey viral moment?
Well, he got startled by the cannon. I know that for sure.
Cameron says, can we talk about how good that intro video was Saturday? I can't. I wasn't there.
It was really, really cool. I was sitting there on one knee about to get the team coming out.
During the national anthem?
No. This is while the intro video is going on.
Just making sure.
But I couldn't help myself but watch it. It was great.
You couldn't help yourself. Like, you didn't want to, but you just...
Well, I had to sit there and make sure nobody was coming out of the tunnel because I had to video it. But I was like, man, I got to watch this.
Could you describe it at all? Or?
No.
Okay. Jared, you see it?
No, I didn't go into the game.
All right. The answer, Cameron, is no. We can't talk about it. John said the intro was very good. Well, that leads me to believe that it sucked, John, because now I can't trust anything you say. Am I being too mean to John?
Yeah.
John's been our guy for a long time.
I was about to say, he's since day one.
John, I'm over it. I'm willing to move on. And you know what? Not only am I willing to move on, this is what I think of you, John.
Uh-oh.
This is how much I think of you, John. I need your lock of the week for week 2. And I am going all in on it because I believe in you, John.
Uh-oh.
Right now, you are down. You don't believe in yourself, but you need somebody like me to believe in you.
What if you lose again? Then are we going to ban him?
No. Then, oh my God, we're all going all in on week 3. Like, he's not going to lose all year.
He's going to hit at least one time.
Yeah. So we just got to keep going up and up and up and up until we hit. But that we don't need to worry about that because week 2, we are due. John, I need your lock of week 2.
Cameron's got a lock.
Oh,
he says
God.
Nebraska -6.5.
The lock of all time. Not even the lock of the week.
I'm not touching that game with a stick, dude.
Is this Colorado and Nebraska?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Rule's 6-point favorite.
At the end of the day.
I don't know. Everybody's got that. Everybody's got their locks, huh? Goldie had her locks. You really laugh at that?
That was good.
Thanks, man. John, let me know.
Man, Charles.
Let me know who we got. I'm ready to get back in the foxhole with you. All right, let's take a break. When we return, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, Ellerbe will join us. We got a lot of comments to get to as well at some point with Mike Houston, what he had to say earlier today, Jake Garcia, and more. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Victory Monday after this.
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting pirates.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We were just talking about Gary Higgins during the break. The ECU women's soccer coach will join us Tuesday on the show. I believe between soccer, volleyball, and football, East Carolina has not lost an athletics event in the 24-25 calendar season.
All right.
0 losses.
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you.
Sorry, the button wouldn't work. Volleyball is off to their best start since 2016, 3-0. And soccer is off to their best start, I believe, since, well, that might be wrong for soccer, but they're off to a 3-0 start as well. But I think that's the best start since 2018, but I'm not exactly sure of the year.
Does that mean all we do is win, Clip?
I was just about to say, just like T-Pain says, all we do is win, 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 no matter what.
Hit the music. It is a Victory Monday today. Ellerbe joining us. Hello, Ellerbe.
What's up, Clipper? Doesn't it feel good to have that start the season 1-0?
Yes, amazing. Forgot what it felt like.
I mean, it's been a while.
Been a while
since the Pirates started 1-0 in football, and good to get your first fifth quarter with Holton and Caden under your belt in a positive manner. So that was good, and I'm hoping for the same results this weekend. I think the point spread thing's been a little crazy.
Man, I don't remember seeing that much of a movement in 24 hours.
I was surprised when it came out that the Pirates were dogs. Were y'all surprised at being a dog?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, what was your gut feeling?
We said it last week. I believe I had East Carolina a slight favorite, if I recall.
Yeah, and now East Carolina is a slight favorite. So I think,
Jared, your young brain's better than mine. Do you remember what we had?
You and Ken said like 5-7.
ECU?
Yeah.
Were you surprised that South Carolina and Old Dominion game was closer?
Nah, South Carolina's not any good.
They stink.
But I was surprised it was that close, yes. I'll say that.
And that really South Carolina won because of those 2 turnovers inside the 10-yard line. I mean, that's kind of an SEC magical moment there for them to steal a win from Old Dominion, I guess.
All right. We got a question for the former long snapper. What is Chan's review of the center play, snap to the quarterback, and long snapper play?
Well, the center play, I felt like, I even looked at Brian Bailey one time, and this was when the backup was in, but I saw several times where the snap was high and maybe to the left or something. With all the RPOs that we run, that could really kind of get the rhythm off pace, and I did see a lot of high snaps. So that's just something that needs to be cleaned up. When it comes to the long snaps, every single one was beautiful. A pearl,
as you say in the biz, a pearl.
A pearl.
Jamie says those Snappa shirts are hot. And the old long snapper for ECU in 2004 came up to me in the stadium and asked where I got the shirt. That's pretty funny.
Was he wearing the Snappa, I guess, at the ball game? I can't wait for the blackout game. That's when we had a Snappa shirt hung up at the tailgate in honor of Alex Harper.
Love it.
William says, I'm exhausted, but damn, it feels good to be 1-0. PJ said, why do so many people leave the game before it's over? Well, beat the traffic. The game's not in doubt anymore.
Get home early.
Go watch 48 Hours Mystery.
No, they want to get home so they can watch YouTube and you guys on the fifth quarter.
Go get in your seats and get your popcorn pop for the fifth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of reasons, PJ. None that you like.
I wonder, I mean, is there an appropriate time that folks, what's an inappropriate time to leave the game?
Any time before the zeros hit.
Before all the zeros?
Yeah.
But I'm an early leaver, so I ain't going to hate anybody.
Are you a late riser?
No. I want to be... Actually, I'm the opposite. I'm a get there early, leave early guy.
How early do you need to be at your seat when you go to a ball game?
So... we would go to like a Washington game every year, and like I thought my dad was a lunatic. He might actually be, but we would get there like 2.5, 3 hours early.
In the stadium?
Just because we only go to like one a year, but like we would be there right when they open the gate. We'd walk around the entire stadium. We'd watch the players come in and try to get autographs. So, like, we'd make almost a full day. Now, like, going to ECU games, it would be different, obviously.
So, let's just run down current day. Clip Rock would like to be in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. If you're going as a fan, in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, in Minges, and in Clark-Eau-Claire. How many minutes before?
Minges, 15 to 20 minutes. But even that is a little too much. About 12 to 15. I haven't been to an ECU game early in we're going
football.
On 18 years.
Yeah, well, you can't. Because you're here. So that's a bad question. What about Clark-Eau-Claire when you're going?
Well, I was fired from my job there.
Right, I remember that
because I tweeted when Darren Vaught didn't show up to do that game.
I remember that.
ECU was
yes, yeah.
Serious.
I got that. So now when you go as a fan, when would you like to? Do you need to be there about first pitch? Do you like?
Yeah.
Like in the stadium.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Baseball will go again 15 minutes. Football, I'd probably say 30 to 45 though.
It's the backup at the gates can
why you need to have a little buffer there, and just in case you need to hit the restroom after you check in. But getting up to your seats is generally pretty fast once you get in through the scan process.
Intern Zach gets there as soon as the gates open and sits there for 2 hours, watches warm-ups. They put up games on the Jumbotron.
I bet you him and Brooks Hill would be good friends.
Oh, for sure.
Of getting into the stadium first on the scene.
And that's why we attract those types of interns here at Pirate Radio, Ellerbe.
Absolutely.
All right. William says, I've had the pleasure of sitting next to Ellerbe's parents the last few years. Great people, great Pirates.
Good work.
Skip said traffic wasn't bad at all. Noah says got to stay to the end. PJ, my wife and I met and talked with the parents of Schnappa. Those are fine people.
Our friends at Buck Insurance do the game day pledge where you stay to the end. So something to consider.
Pike said, Ellerbe, I was in my seats an hour or so before the game, sat across the aisle from your parents. Does everybody sit around your parents?
My parents, I know my parents do not move around a lot. So there can't be but so many
They're pretty
people.
stationary?
Yeah, my dad is very stationary. So that's pretty cool. Pike did come by the tailgate. And that was probably a few hours before kick. He must have been headed to his seats when he stopped by the tailgate. So good stuff. Appreciate all the people that came by the Pirate Radio tailgate zone. We had a lot of fun.
Good crowd.
A lot of fun out there. Thanks to our friends at Steven's Sausage, of course, Bud Light, Carolina Eagle, Pepsi, Sparky Snowballs. A lot of good folks out at the Pirate Radio tailgate zone. Our 360 golf carts got us to and from the tailgate zone. So lots of fun. And then of course a lot of same people came out to the Pirate Radio party on Thursday. It was a full-blown weekend. I'm slowly getting my legs under me, I think.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there, and thank you, Sam, and everybody for the Red Hots and hot dogs. They were delicious. By the way, Clip, we were just talking about his dad. Mr. Nicky gave me a compliment of a lifetime for me and you. He told me that we did a fantastic job on Media Day.
Yeah, he told me that too.
So that made me proud.
He's really enjoyed it. I told him to tell his son.
And my dad is old school. He's probably sitting in his garage right now listening to Pirate Radio. I've tried to get him, he can get ESPN Plus and watch that. I said, Dad, you can get on YouTube and find Pirate Radio on YouTube. Of course, I'm just scared if he finds YouTube, then he'll start Google searching or YouTube searching all old like cowboy movies and stuff on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then he would never watch Pirate Radio again. But anyway, so he is old school. He does appreciate the coverage you guys do. He's a regular listener.
P1 listener, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the real action begins this Saturday. Scrimmage over, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I think Saturday went as planned. Minus, I would have lost money on 6 turnovers. Oh, you got a little bloody nose there, Clipper.
Yeah, I'm struggling, dude.
Man, did you and Chandler throw fist in the last break? What happened?
I don't know.
Him and Jarrett.
I'm falling apart.
Yeah. Do we need to start a radiothon right now?
No, I'm going to fight through it.
You going to fight through it?
Yeah.
All right. Other than the 6 turnovers, I thought Saturday went to script. Thoughts?
Defense dominated.
So
new pass catchers showed up.
Yeah.
Tight end action.
I saw enough potential on Saturday to feel confident that this team is a bowl team. What do you think?
Yeah.
What's your record after seeing Saturday? Or do you need to see them against
I really need to see this Saturday to give a definitive record. I think my statement before the season, when everybody's asked me in the month of August of what do you think of this football team, I just based off really just my gut, I would say this team's probably a 6-6 team, but let's look at 3 games where they can go from good to great and be 9-3. And so I think I really need to see them play at Old Dominion on the road, and obviously not turn the ball over as much because points off turnovers can really be costly. And I think we don't need that to happen at Old Dominion. So it'll be interesting to see this Pirate football team on Saturday. I'm excited about the game. And then what I'm really excited about is a 2-0 football team hosting a potentially probably 1-1 App team. Do you think App can go to Clemson this weekend and pull the upset of a lifetime again, like they did against Texas A&M, like they've done at Michigan? Can they be a giant killer and spiral the Clemson program out of control down there? If App can pull the upset, then man, this place will be off the charts Saturday on September 14th.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can take away from Clemson's loss to Georgia other than they're not in the upper echelon like they were years ago. But playing Georgia is almost the exact opposite of playing an FCS team. They feel like they are a level above everybody.
What did I see? Kirby Smart's record over the last 2 years, like 44-2 or 43-2, something. I mean, Georgia does not lose football games. They've been as dominant of a football team and program. And look, they're doing it against pretty much everybody. So that is, I agree with you. But, Garrett Riley, the offensive coordinator at Clemson, was at Appalachian State at one time too. So I think that'll be definitely a game for the eyeballs for Pirate Nation on Saturday, in addition to the Old Dominion game.
A lot of overreaction Monday coming here. Noah says App will beat Clemson. Clemson is already a disaster. Skip said, I think App can beat Clemson. No.
What's the spread on the Clemson App game? Do we know?
J-Bone will get it for us.
Intern Jared is getting that. And what time does that game kick as well? Lots of questions for Clemson and App State, because I should have looked this up before I came in, because that is the two games I'm going to be watching the most are that one and the ECU game.
Overreacting to ECU and Norfolk State's just like overreacting to Clemson, Georgia, in my opinion. I think Georgia's an NFL team.
Clemson is 17-point favorites.
I mean, that still feels a little high to me.
8 o'clock on ACC Network.
8 p.m. So we're going to have to do a little that'll be a good fifth quarter game to follow when we're doing the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. 17.5. Where are you putting your money, Chan? Clemson or Appalachian? You have $5 burning a hole in your pocket right now.
I think Clemson bounces back.
You take the Tigers minus 17.5.
Not by much. I think it's going to be like around 20, 21. So,
Clip, if you have $5 burning a hole in your pocket, where are you putting it?
On the ECU game?
No, the Tigers or the Mountaineers at 17.5.
17.5. I'll take App to stay within the number, I guess. Like a 30 to 17, maybe 30 to 13.
Yeah, it's hard to judge based on because Clemson played Georgia, and you kind of wonder. And then, does Garrett Riley have an offense that's just going to explode this weekend, or is it just it'll explode for 24 to 30 points, and then App, takes care of the 14 to 17 to maybe cover it. So the smart money may be on App plus the points in Death Valley.
There's a bounce back situation tonight. Is Florida State as bad as they showed? Which Georgia? I mean, that was a really good game.
Florida State loses to Boston College. That would be
meltdown city.
Then the only thing in Florida that the Florida Gators would love for Florida State to lose to Boston College, because it would definitely take some of the misery off their program right now of getting thumped by the Canes at home.
What fan base is freaking out the most right now? You got Clemson. You've got Florida.
What about LSU?
Florida State.
LSU shouldn't freak out a ton.
How much alcohol do you think was drank by LSU fans in Las Vegas over the last 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, they were talking.
A lot, and then even more last night.
Vegas may have to reload. They may need to get more distributors out there after LSU going to town, because those folks know how to throw it down.
When Reese and Kirk were not talking about the football and the dog, they did mention that there was a lot of LSU.
Do you find the dog thing weird with Herb Streak?
Yes. Whose dog is it?
It's his dog.
It's his dog?
Yeah. But
and his name's Ben.
He tweets about his dog a lot, but then his dog just randomly appearing in the broadcast.
What if you're like one of his kids and you're like, why didn't you ever take me in there? Taking the dog?
It's like an emotional support dog for Kurt Herstreet.
Maybe.
I don't know.
After Michigan, he keeps beating Ohio State all these years, he finally needed some emotional support and got him a dog.
So who's freaking out? What fan base is freaking out the most? I think Florida. I don't know if Florida's freaking out. I just think they're ticked off and they're prepared to find their next coach at this point. I don't know if they're. I think they're like, all right, we're over it now.
They're just done.
They're done. I think Florida's done. I think Florida State could go into full blown panic mode if they lose to Boston College.
Yeah,
they would be my red alert team. And Clemson, the whole Clemson Florida State thing, trying to exit the ACC too. That's got to be that's big. And of course, you can't freak out as much as you used to, because you can still play your way into the 12 team playoff with the right run. the rest of the season.
Yeah, Florida State and Clemson are 0-1, and one of them is going to be in the playoff most likely.
Absolutely. They could be one of the 12 teams easily. But and LSU's got to feel that way too. So that's why I mean it makes college football better because everybody can sign up for these big payday games in Las Vegas or Dallas or Atlanta or whatever. Because hey, look, go get a big check for your school, and then even if you lose, it's a good test to see where you are.
Ellerbe, do you have a dog?
No, I have a outdoor cat that hangs out at my house.
Okay. John?
My roommate has a dog.
Jarrett? No. Shirley? You have 2 dogs. I guess you don't love your dogs, Shirley? That's sad. Why don't you love your dogs?
What are you saying? Because I don't bring them here?
Kenny said that's kind of cool that he loves his dog. I guess saying that if you don't bring your dog to work, you don't love your dog.
Well, my dogs are not socialized. They will just sit here and bark at air.
Yeah, but if you loved them, you'd bring them
noisy.
in and they'd bark the entire 3 hours. That would be a pretty good show, actually.
No.
I mean, his dog did seem pretty under control.
Yeah, his dog was kind of just laying there.
My thought was maybe is the dog on his last days, and that's why he's bringing them around.
That's a good point.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Do you want a sick dog around you, though?
Well, I mean, is he just a senior dog?
Where he's just like it looked like a big old dog.
It looked like a big old golden
retriever. Moving pretty slow.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of senior dogs, all they want to do is just nap and eat.
There's a lot of people in this room that like to do that too.
Yeah.
But Kenny saying that's kind of cool. He loves his dog. I think everybody loves their dog. They just don't take them to work. But if you had a job where you're able to take your dog to work.
Do you have a dog, Clip?
I do not. I asked David Price at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party if he brought his dog.
He does.
He does take his dog to work.
Yeah,
and
not to the party, though, so he doesn't love her that much.
He didn't want to party with his dog.
Well, that's just wrong.
I don't party with my dogs, so.
All right.
I mean,
who do you party with, Shirley? You don't have to answer.
Me once a year.
Yeah, once a year with everybody in this room.
The Pirate Radio football kickoff party.
Yeah.
Shirley, while Jonathan's here, what's your honest assessment of our new fifth quarter co-host, Holt Nailers and Cade Norman?
You know what? I actually was talking about this with Mark earlier today. I thought they did very well. I mean, I expected Holton to be good because he's media savvy. He's used to, talking on the radio and being in front of a camera. Caden, I was a little, I was like, I'm not sure because, he's not as visible as Holton was. So, but both of them did very, very well, and they play off each other very well. So I think we hit a home run with that one.
I agree.
Was Caden giving signals to Holton during the fifth quarter?
But somebody brought that up during the show. I
was listening to it as I was sitting on my porch watching some other games from around the country. And so I didn't see as much visually of what was going on. But the guys I thought they did a great job. They add a lot of value, definitely a ton of football knowledge and perspective, which I thought was cool.
Somebody said that Caden should learn sign language and be our sign guy off on the side. So while we're talking, he's giving the signs.
Is there a demand for that?
Yes.
Versus closed captioning?
For one person.
Well, if they need somebody to teach sign language, that's not going to be a problem.
Oh, he surely does.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I could teach the sign language.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be way different than probably some of the signs I've seen him perform on the sidelines. I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like. I mean, at one point he was doing like the chicken thing, and I was like, well, that's chicken. That's a pretty universal sign there.
I texted Jason Nichols Saturday.
Oh, did they play?
No, they don't play till like late September.
Oh, really?
When Maggie wakes up. All right.
Help me out there.
Rod Stewart, wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. It's late September, and I really should be back at school.
I missed that part because I was thinking. Keep up! No. I knew the song. I just missed that lyric. I was thinking, wake me up when September ends.
Well, they only play. I do know, talking to Jason Nichols, they only play like 10 games, and that's it. No postseason or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They really don't have a postseason?
Nope. Ivy League, man.
He likes it just because it's kind of football, and that's it.
It is really
recruiting.
That's fair.
It is a true football job. I mean, they're not going to the portal, and I don't think any of their players are going in the portal. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, it's a very cool, I mean, what he does is a lot different. I mean, they're coaching football, but the actual chaos of some of the college athletic stuff, portal, NIL, and other things, it's probably a breath of fresh air for Jason Nichols. You should call him, get him on the air before his first game.
I told him I missed him.
Yes.
And said that I'm sorry you had to be here when we had the worst offense in ECU history for an entire year. And, yeah, he was very optimistic about what he saw on Saturday.
Good.
So
very cool.
Ellerbe, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Appreciate everybody that came out and supported the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. It was a huge success. Also, our tailgate. Appreciate everybody on the Pirate Radio team that pulled off just an awesome weekend on air and on digital. So give us a follow, give us a listen. Keep plugging away with us. A lot more fun and some cool things in store. I'm going to be here next Monday, and we'll have a fun announcement for about our Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon for 2025. Excited about announcing who our special guest speaker is going to be when we bring in someone for 2025. So look forward to being back here with that big news coming up next Monday. So keep up the good work. See you guys next week.
We will take a timeout, come back. More to go. Victory Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
The Holistic Company in downtown Greenville is a family-owned and operated business offering hemp-derived products such as tinctures, topicals, raw flour, skincare products, and more. They even have a drink menu including infused mocktails and frozen lemonade with a variety of flavors to choose from. At the Holistic Company, they pride themselves in offering true education about the hemp plant and its abundant benefits. So stop by 501 Evans Street, just a few doors down from Pirate Radio, to get informed and try the array of products today.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. And are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Made a few individual predictions for the game on Saturday. It's kind of way off on one, but I hit another. I liked Javius Bond to find the end zone on a big one. Wasn't necessarily the longest run, but did find the end zone and look good returning punts as well. But as far as the leading pass catchers, I had Winston Wright. He made his impact in the kick return game. Hoping to see more of him in the receiving game moving forward. And maybe we will. Maybe we didn't show all our cards yet when it comes to that. But I'm going to pull up the numbers on the UBE stat sheet and see. Jared, do you remember who you said would be the leading receivers?
I don't think I gave a prediction on that one. No, that was Earl. Yeah, Earl. Earl did that.
Okay. I did it all throughout last week, so I don't know if I got you or not. Most catches for the Pirates on Saturday, Anthony Smith. Most yards for the Pirates on Saturday, Anthony Smith. I feel like Steve might have hit that one on the YouTube chat. Anthony Smith, 5 for 86 and a touchdown. Desirio Riles made the... Did he make the offensive play of the day with his catch and body contortion and tap the pylon? I love a good pylon tap. One of my favorite plays in football. Taylor Heineke had a good one in the playoff game against the Bucks. And now that I think about it, Jared, another guy you'd look like, Taylor Heineke. Especially with the shave.
Yeah, I had to go baby face, but I don't really see it.
What's the Ice Cube shirt about?
President of the Raider Nation.
Okay.
And great musician.
Great musician. How do you feel about No Vaseline?
It's the greatest diss track of all time.
It's I go back and forth, but I think it is.
It's either that or Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah. Ether is up there. But I agree. I would go Ice Cubes as number one. Brock Spalding, 4 for 46. Yannick Smith, the freshman,
The freshman.
3 for 43. Casey Kelly, 3 for 35. Jari Patterson, 2 for 28. Savage had the 1 catch and run for 25. Winston Wright did have 3 catches, 24 yards. Keelan Robinson had a catch for 8. And Rajay, my guy, had a catch for 6 yards. So really spread the ball around on Saturday, and I think we'll see that quite a bit moving forward. And add Chase Sowell in the mix.
Have we not had a guy return a kick for a touchdown since Tyler Snead?
Sounds about right.
I think we're going to see Winston Wright take one to the house this year.
Yeah.
Really like, he's one of those guys you want to watch return kicks.
William said, how about Gavin Gibson? That kid came out of nowhere. Yeah, William. Hand up. I literally didn't say his name all offseason. Didn't I probably, when he committed or whatever, like, might have mentioned him, but he was not on my radar at all.
Now he is. He's a bleep up there.
Blip, I think you meant.
Blip. Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks, Jarrett.
Thank you, Jarrett. You're the man.
I mean, just having a guy, a producer like Jarrett around is, I would say, a fresh of breath air.
Yeah.
Grimesland Bigfoot said, I was worried that Holton would talk too much, which means less clip. It didn't happen. Really? Well, my design is to talk less, so I will do better at talking less next time. No, my job is to get the callers on. If they have a question for Holton Caden, we'll go to them. If they have a question for me, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. But the callers are the talkers on that show. After a 4-hour Bud Light pregame tailgate, I mean, a man can only say so many words. 15 hours during the week, 4 pregame. Gotta be honest, I'm about talked out.
Gotta be honest.
On Saturday night. Gotta be honest with you. Man, Joey sent me a nice text. He sent you one?
Yeah, he sent me one too.
Do you think when Jarrett leaves...
He sent me one too Saturday.
Do you think when Jarrett leaves, he'll text us like that?
No.
No shot.
He doesn't
seem sentimental. He doesn't seem like you have a lot of emotion.
I'm sentimental, but like I don't text well. I'd say you like hope you're doing good, but
hey, is there a movie that you watch that you always cry?
I cry like easily to movies. Like I cried at Semi-Pro.
Really?
Yeah, when Andre 3000
when they ran out of corn dogs?
No, when he throws off that Spurs jersey, runs to the Tropics locker room.
It's funny.
That's Jarrett's most sentimental moment in cinema. Randolph, what's up, buddy? He said, glad quarterback spread ball. Glad quarterback spread ball around. Why say more word when few words do trick? As Kevin on The Office would say. Hope you're doing well, Randolph. Sarah says, is that a guarantee, Chandler? What was she referring to?
Me saying Winston Wright would return one to the house.
You willing to guarantee that?
Guarantee.
What happens if he doesn't? You have to do what?
Oh.
We'll do something with Wright. You have to write
his name.
You have to write Winston Wright did not score a kickoff return touchdown 100 times.
Okay.
During the show.
All right.
Bet?
That's a bet.
Bet?
Shake my hand. Oh.
I was just thinking last week at the Pirate Radio party, shaking all them hands too. So like, when COVID was around, I told myself I was going to wash my hands more and like be mindful of that, use soap, do all that stuff. I did it for a good 6 months. And then back to the old me, touching my face, not washing my hands. And then the other night at the party, I'm shaking everybody's hand and doing all this stuff. And I thought about it while I was there. I was like, this is... And I'm not a germaphobe. I've never been a germ guy.
I felt like a politician.
In my life. But for whatever reason, in that moment, I was like, I've shaken all these hands, and it's kind of gross. I don't know. But then again, I've never been a big germ guy. Jamie said, Clip, go home or go to the doctor. Chon can finish this up. You would think he would step up and ask, but he hasn't yet, Jamie.
I've given you napkins.
What more can the man do? You've done all you can.
And I told you that there was a Celsius in the refrigerator.
You really have, man. You have stepped up to the plate about as much as a man could. Basically doing everything you can to keep me here so you won't have to take over.
Noah says not washing your hands is insane.
It probably is.
I mean,
I don't know about insane.
you can go without, washing your hands for a little bit.
Lloyd Braun was insane.
Yeah. Found a family in his freezer.
A whole family? A family.
Up. I got my Shirley Rhodes News Network texting me. Great service to have. I love that she did not include Chandler on the text thread.
Whoops.
As Chandler requested. Does anybody know, Jared, do you know the big event that took place today?
Oh, yeah, Joey Chestnut beating Kobayashi.
I've just received word. Joey Chestnut beats Kobayashi by eating 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes, sets world record. Do you know how many Kobayashi had?
No, I do not.
0. Big Gav pitching for the Guardians, inning in a third, 2 Ks, 1 walk so far. No score between the Royals and the Guardians. Thank you to the Shirley Rhodes News Network, presented by DeBuck.
DeBuck? I'm going to get that game on. I was going to ask you to do it, but you know what, buddy? I'll do it.
Thanks, man. Brad says at ECU, they teach us not to pee on our hands. Interesting.
How? Okay.
Sarah says if Winston Wright does not take a kick return to the house, Chandler gets a tattoo of my face.
Oh.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Your face is my case.
I like it.
I can see it on your face.
We got to have a tattoo bet. What, do you remember our bets we had? Remember we did, like, if ECU wins the conference?
If they go to Omaha, we're getting 23 tattoos.
Yeah, yeah. What is it if they go to the playoffs?
Oh.
I say
shave our head?
Maybe,
No.
but we got to do more than that.
I say if we're going to stick with the tattoo theme, then you get the year 2024.
All right.
Or we can combine those, shave your head, and get like a Bam Bam Bigelow type tattoo.
A tattoo on the head, that sounds painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who has tattoos, there are just certain places on your body that are going to be painful, and I'm thinking that's going to be one of the most painful places.
William says, is Chandler willing to make a Tony Baker guarantee for this weekend's game versus the Monarchs? Former NC State running back Tony Baker? Is he talking about Tony Collins?
I guess.
How do you feel about the Pirates Monarchs game?
I'm sitting at about a 7 right now.
Confidence meter?
Yeah. Just kind of like you said, we haven't really seen enough to be like, all right, we're going to go out there and beat Old Dominion. They're coming off they're going to be ready. They're going to be hungry to play and try not to go 0-2. And so right now I'm sitting at a 7.
All right.
You respect that?
Do I respect it?
Yeah.
I would respect any number you say because I respect your opinion. I respect you as a person.
Thank you.
As a man, as another human being walking this earth with me, because we don't do this alone. You know what I'm saying?
Newsflash, I respect you too.
Thanks, man.
I have great respect for you.
Would you say it's a ton?
Just a ton of respect. Great respect. Great amount of respect for them. Incredible respect. So much respect.
Oh, not incredible, though.
Oh, incredible respect. I saw Mike Schwartz out at the tailgate lots the other day. He was at the Pirate Walk. And he told every player that he respected them.
I love Alex Harper.
Oh, did you see the video I got of him?
He almost ended a man's life the other night. If that returner didn't call for a fair catch, it was over. But I gotta say, is Alex was he doing too much during the Pirate Walk?
Yeah.
Well, no, and
Check
I'll
out
tell
the
you
shoes.
why.
So for those that haven't seen it, oh wait, can we put the camera?
Yeah. So this is, and he has the glasses on that him and intern Zach stole.
Stole?
They were here at the studio, and they just took them.
Okay.
I actually don't mind that he's done that, and I'll tell you why.
We're going to show the video, folks, and then we'll describe it, Shirley. Raise it up so we can see the shoes.
All right.
So Alex is walking. He's got a nice suit. Spoiler alert, Shirley. Oh, you had it good, I think, Sean. Maybe not. I don't know. But Alex has a suit. He's wearing some, like, yeller shoes. The glasses. Like, he looks like a very important player.
And he was the very first one off the bus.
I'm asking, is he doing too much? Shirley, you say no. Why?
Because this is his last go-round as far as ECU football is concerned. He's already graduated. This is his last go-round, so he's going to enjoy every moment. And if that means kind of flaunting it and flexing it a little bit, why not?
That's fair. He looked confident. He looked good.
I think he's earned his respect. I know we said respect a lot, but I think he's earned his respect. So, do you, bro?
Randolph wants to see a 100-yard rusher. I don't know if that's going to happen for a while. Not because we don't have the running backs capable, but one, the way we throw it, but two, we're just going to see a lot of different guys get carries. Like London Montgomery got the most carries for the Pirates the other night with 14.
Yeah, and he was only 31 yards away from 100. Finished with 69.
I'm seeing 67. Not as nice.
That's what was on the UB stat sheet when I got it.
Well, what is this UB stat sheet?
ESPN, they stink.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of ESPN, did you see that they...
I heard they went woke.
They blacked out last night.
Oh, yeah, for DirecTV.
Yeah. So
more like... It happens like every year around this time.
More like
it?
indirect TV.
All right.
More like direct TP. More like direct... Oh, jeez. What are we talking about? Yeah. So you want to give him 69, John?
Yeah.
That's fine. 14 carries for Montgomery, 4 for Bond, 6 for 47, and 3 for Malingin.
Which, unfortunately, I picked as my fantasy pick.
Oh, who did you pick?
I picked Marlon Gunn, and I went with Mike Edwards on the defensive side because we did a snake draft on Saturday.
I had Rajay and Javius Bond, so my guy got in the end zone. And
we have a lot to choose from this year.
I believe Earl took Casey Kelly. Who else did he take, Shirley? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember right off the top of my head.
We'll have to I got it on a sheet of paper somewhere. Oh.
In that massive pile. Are you going to be collecting like you did last year?
Yeah, and I got a bunch of papers in the filing cabinet. So the massive pile is going to be back. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Kenny Curlings. Should I give a shout out?
To Kenny Curlings?
Cooper Greer opening up for Drew Baldridge at the firefighter benefit at the Greenville Convention Center coming up Friday night. There you go. All right, we'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2 after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea, a strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Yeah. Get your game faces on, Pirates. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into dove season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's $200 cash back on A400 Extreme Pluses and $75 back on A300 Ultimas. Tune in as we head into hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Find out when the cannons explode.
This is John David Baker, offense coordinator for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
John, I don't like this, but Zach Kaplan is mansplaining football stats to you in the chat. College stats subtract negative rushes from a player's total yards. Montgomery, PSU transfer, by the way, had 69 positive, but had a 2-yard loss, so 67 net yards.
Excuse me.
Zach, you didn't have to be that condescending. I mean,
dude,
John is a former. You know, when's the last time Zach played football?
Oh, good question.
You're a former player. You don't care.
I'm a former long snapper.
Has he ever played football is my question.
You know who cares about stats? Nerds, not football players.
The stats to consider.
You should be saying all this stuff. Why am I your hype man?
Nah, because I enjoy it.
So how many yards did he have?
67.
All right. We'll talk to Zach Kaplan Thursday on the show.
Yep. And I'll talk to him tonight at Sports Trivia.
Dubuck.
I'm
gonna go ahead and say this. I like having Zach on the show. You know, I like having Zach on the show because he really enjoys being here.
Yeah, and he does the talking.
Yeah, we don't have to. Man, I wish he was here today. The last time Zach played football, November 2014, officially, he says.
Well, I am 2015. So
I would be like 1990, maybe 1 or 1990.
Little League, Pop Warner.
Yeah. And I did not play long at all. Like I just went straight baseball and basketball after that. Did not play football at all. Football was not. I feel like, is it just me or for people my age and older? And Shirley, like football did not become the mainstream animal it was until when? Was it early 90s? I mean, maybe it was late 80s, early 90s, but I still feel like baseball was kind of the biggest sport back then.
Yeah, because at least
maybe
because it was America's pastime. That's how they built. They build it, and you saw a lot of baseball on TV, and it just like slowly but surely, it was like football just started kind of creeping in onto that territory.
Yeah, and maybe it was before that. I would love to hear somebody older than me give their thoughts on it. When did football become America's sport? Now,
do you mean specifically just in generics as far as football in general?
I'm talking NFL, basically.
Oh, NFL.
As far as pro sports, yeah.
I mean, because it was strictly a Sunday thing. I mean, as far as like I remember.
And you have Monday Night Football.
Well, yeah, Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. That was it. Growing up, those are the only 2 days in my memory of watching games. Saturdays were for college football, but baseball could be any day of the week.
Back in our day, Jared, the Thursday night game in college football was a big deal.
Yeah.
And now 7 teams play those, and not anymore because there's an NFL game. So 2 teams will play a Thursday night game.
And of course, Friday nights were off limits because that was high school football night. But now that doesn't matter anymore. And, and then you have your occasional MACtion game during the week.
Well, Todd brings up he says baseball fell at the strike. So maybe that was around the time then, early to mid-90s.
Yeah.
NFL goes from CBS to Fox for the NFC, and then NBC to CBS for AFC. Mm-hmm. Cowboys, America's team, were on their run, and maybe all that kind of led to the NFL taking over.
And baseball did have a little bit of a resurgence, probably late 90s, early 2000s, when we had the home run race between McGuire and Sosa. That really did kind of energize, baseball fans. But then, it kind of fell off again because people were just, for lack of a better term, once the internet kind of took over everything, the hunger for instantaneous content made us impatient. And baseball is still a very slow game. It's not, a fast-paced game like a football game would be. So I think that played a part into it as well. As we got older, we got more impatient, and baseball games bore us to death.
Well, you've also left out the steroid stuff.
Well, yeah, that too. But, I mean, like football didn't have steroids either.
Well, there was no trial. There was no Congress. There was no,
No, that's a fair point.
Like Joe Montana and Troy Aikman were never wagging their finger like Rafael Palmeiro.
And, Roger Clemens, misremembered quite a bit. And, and of course, there's the ever so growing head of Barry Bonds.
Misremember. What a great word.
I know.
Let's take a break. We'll come back hour 3. We will hear Holt Naylor's Monday morning quarterback. Also, hear from Mike Houston, Jake Garcia, Anthony Smith, and Zakai Barker. It's all ahead, hour 3. Pirate Radio Live and Movie Ticket Monday will make you a winner. All ahead after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Hey folks, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have a huge selection of Jeep Wranglers and Gladiators. We have the biggest savings of all new vehicles in Eastern North Carolina. On top of that, no payment for 90 days. That's right, no payment for 90 days on new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram vehicles.
This just in, 0% on Jeep Wrangler and Grand Wagoneer.
Don't forget, we also have the largest pre-owned vehicle selection in Beaufort County. Budget-friendly vehicles from $5,000 and up. So remember, drive a little, save a lot.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
This is a public notice, only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar, up to 75% off mattresses, furniture, wall to wall. Only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, all wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Bedroom suits, living room suits, up to 75% off. Regular mattresses sets, regular $500. Today, $200. Pay our cash, check, and credit card. Second chance credit, no credit, new credit, bad credit. 9 days, same as cash. Bring your truck and trailers to save even more. U-Haul trucks will be on location for pickup of merchandise absolutely free. Public notice, Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. They are locally owned and operated. They do exclusive shipments, so no sharing a truck, and they guarantee delivery date. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or give them a call at 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage. Use the movers the Pirates have used for over 20 years. Advanced Moving and Storage. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's the Chan Man.
All right, welcome back into the show. Let's go ahead and let's get to our comments. After East Carolina successfully defeated Norfolk State, we will hear from Mike Houston, Anthony Smith, Jake Garcia, and Zakai Barker. So let's go ahead and get to those comments right now. Here is part one of your head coach, Mike Houston.
Well, great to get a win to open the season. It was great to be at home also. That's one of the things, watching film and seeing Casey Kelly's touchdown right down there in the boneyard and seeing a packed student section, celebrating, screaming, and just the intensity on the field. It was great to be back playing ball again. So just like I said after the game the other night, really appreciate the students and our fan base for showing up, and had a great atmosphere and electricity in the stadium the other night, and great to get a win to open the season. A lot to clean up. I think that a lot of things to be excited about, but a lot to clean up. Happy to get the win, but certainly not satisfied with the way we played, and our players know that, and they're very motivated to get those things corrected this week, and we have to. Playing a very good Old Dominion team, who I promise you they're kicking themselves right now because they had South Carolina beat, and really they dominated the line of scrimmage defensively down in Columbia last Saturday, and if it wasn't for a couple of turnovers inside the 5 that basically gave South Carolina 2 touchdowns. They're sitting here with a win over an SEC team coming into this game. So, very good team we're facing on the road at their place. It'll be a hostile environment. I'm positive that we're going to have plenty of purple up there. We've got a lot of fans in that region, and it's a 2-hour drive from here. So, I know the Pirates will show up, and our players are very excited about this game. So, got to have a great week of practice. Can't make the mistakes we made last week. Got to make sure that we go and play a clean ball game. But it's going to be a good one now Saturday night. So excited about it. Questions?
Coach, with the 6 turnovers, kind of a variety of things, how quickly, easily do you think you can get them fixed?
I think they're all, very fixable. Not anything extreme. They're all a little bit different. But as you look across, college football across the country this weekend, you saw a lot of that stuff. Obviously we had a little bit more than you ever want. But we got to take care of the football, and so we got to get those corrected. But we'll get that corrected. We worked on it last night, so the guys saw everything, and then that's going to be a stress this week during practice.
Coach, how did the communications go into the quarterback and into the linebackers? And in that communication, do you hear everything that goes on from the coordinators there? Yeah,
I thought it was great. We're monkeying around with the system. Every Coach Com, they're getting feedback from everybody in the country this week, and so one of the things is you got to figure out how to turn the volume up a little bit, because you get in a stadium that's pretty loud. There was a little bit of issue hearing the communication, but it was very clear. I think it helped. I think it's a plus for us. So I'm glad we got to use it. and work out some kinks.
Just seeing this offense, the first time in the game setting, you kind of feel like you guys dictated the pace you wanted to, and just even defensive personnel-wise, just the way you guys moved.
Yeah, I thought, the first series, I thought we were really excited to be out there, and we were going pretty fast. But I thought really after the first series, we got very comfortable with the tempo and the pace. I liked the pace that we played at. You eliminate a couple of the mistakes, and we got some potential to be pretty dynamic. So I was excited about it. It was good. It was good to see it, and I'm glad our fans got to see it too.
East Carolina's had guys in the past like Dwayne Harris, Chris Johnson, a guy that you coached, Tyler Snead, that you wanted to watch return kicks because you thought that they could break it at any time. And Winston Wright seems like a guy that could do that.
Yeah, I think Winston's certainly a talented young man, and I think that Coach Powell has done a great job with our schemes. We've talked about that a lot. I'm glad everybody got to see that on display. Had 2 kickoff returns, and really, both of them had a shot. We got to clean some stuff up. We had a couple of missed blocks that kept it from going to the house. But we got to clean that up this week. But punt returns, we had a couple of long punt returns. Got a couple of mistakes right there we got to clean up. But I thought overall our special teams were fairly solid for the opener. Now we got to be solid this weekend because it'll be a big factor in the game.
Going off that, what's kind of the balance of obviously Winston and Jace are 2 of your more dynamic offensive players, but you're not afraid to put them on, especially because they can change the game there.
Well, I think you've got one, you want them to touch the ball as much as possible. And obviously Javius has dealt with a little bit of injury during preseason, so don't overload him in the first game. But those 2 guys will get plenty of touches throughout the year. But anytime they got the ball in their hands, they can make something happen. You also have depth at both positions. Jari Patterson, he's probably going to be back full speed this week, and so you got another guy there in the slot that if Winston breaks a long kickoff return and needs a quick blow, then you can get Jari there to start a series. So I think it's we're fortunate to have 2 guys like that as returners.
Coach, what were some of the biggest particulars that stood out from the Old Dominion film that you're attacking in practice this week?
Well, I think first is how solid they are up front and in the box. I'll tell you, at nose guard, number 8, he's a man now, and we got our hands full with him. All 3 of those down linemen did a really good job. They got a couple of guys that come in where there's no drop-off. Their linebackers are very active. The middle safety, number 5, he's all over the place. They're a very aggressive defense, and they present a lot of problems. It's a little bit of a different scheme, but they do a really good job coaching it. I thought their secondary, which they got a lot of new guys in the secondary, but they're older, experienced guys. I thought they played really well. South Carolina struggled to move the football Saturday, and so I think that says a lot about them defensively. Offensively, ODU does a lot of things similar to what we do, and so I think that maybe we should be able to get a good look from our scout team this week during practice. But the one thing they have is they've been running this offense for a couple of years, so they've got a lot of experience running it, and so they're going to have some wrinkles and things that we haven't seen yet. So we've got to do a great job this week of working to be prepared for that.
Coach, obviously injuries are part of the game. You don't have to ever go away from your top 5 offensive line.
Right.
2's got in, looks really good, at least to the untrained eye. Do you think that was a confidence builder for a lot of guys who haven't seen a ton of game action?
Yeah, I think it's great to get in there. Now, McCrimmon, I don't think he was expecting to go in as early as he did when Kojo's helmet came off, but he did fine. We got some good young offensive linemen that are going to be solid players for us in time. It was good to get them some experience there. It was good to get London some experience, and I thought he did a good job when he got in there of really getting north and south in the run game. And we used a lot of guys at the skill positions that got playing time the other night and got a chance to make some plays. So just excited about all the personnel we were able to play the other night.
I was going to ask, kind of go off that with Chase banged up, how exciting was it to see really almost no drop-off at receiver, just kind of across the board playing 7-8 guys there?
I was very pleased about how they played. Anthony Smith obviously had the touchdown and had a big night receiving, but he also was, very good on the perimeter blocking. had a pancake on one of the screens out wide. Brock Spalding, did a great job blocking, did a great job, receiving, running after the catch. He was the kind of the lead blocker on Winston's 2 kickoff returns, and kind of the one that sprung him. And I'll tell you, he's a good ball player. And then you talk about the other names, Winston Wright, Casey Kelly, DeCirio, Savage. We had so many guys that had solid nights. Yannick Smith, first career catches. Keelan had a catch. I mean, you just got a lot of guys, and I'm glad we got that depth because we're going to need it. It's a long season. Chase will be back, and be excited to get him back when he's ready to go. But I was just very pleased with how our skill position players played on offense.
Jay threw 3 picks the other night, but he seemed so unfazed and unbothered because he kept going out there and bouncing back. He even said it in the post game the other night that he ran off the field after one smiling. So with that mentality, what does that say about him as a quarterback?
Well, I think you got to have thick skin and a short-term memory at that position. We always talk about the next play. The most important play is the next play, and I thought he did a good job of taking that mantra the other night. He talked about the Goldfish mentality, which we've talked about a good bit. But I think you have to be that way at that position. Certainly you got to learn from your mistakes, and they're not okay. But you can't let one mistake turn into 2. And I thought he did a really good job of that. He had the mistakes right there. He also threw 4 touchdown passes and threw for over 300 yards and made some really, really great throws the other night. So I think it's game 1. He'll get the decision making and the corrections that he needs to eliminate those, and I would bet you're going to see him play better and better every time out.
Coach, your defense was locked down on Saturday. How do you challenge them to take the next step heading into Old Dominion?
Well, we're not playing an FCS team this week. We played Norfolk State. I don't know what they're going to be. I mean, they're not a bad team by any means, but they're not a Sun Belt team. They're not an American Athletic Conference team. We're going to see a pretty steep increase in talent that we're going against this week. And so we've got to step it up. We played really, really well defensively last week, but I want to see us do it against a good football team. And so we got challenged Saturday night up in Norfolk.
Coach, KJ Merrill and Jamar Riddle, first game action. How do you think they did as freshmen?
Pretty good. I was nervous. I don't know if they were, but I was. You just never know with freshmen, and you stick them out there in the secondary. I thought they handled themselves well. Jamarly had a tackle on a kickoff. KJ had a big hit on the quarterback on a pressure. They both played well defensively. They're both going to be really good football players in time. And we've talked about it all preseason camp with all the young kids. It's just everybody's time is different. Because they all want to go out there and play a ton right now, but you got to wait your time. You got to be ready when your number's called. And I was excited to see those guys be able to get some playing time the other night. That'll only help them moving forward.
All right, there's Mike Houston from today's weekly press conference getting geared up for Old Dominion. Let's continue on with our post-game comments. We will talk to a guy, or we will hear from a guy who is new to the program but is already making an impact because he had a touchdown the other day. Anthony Smith, the wide receiver transfer from NC State, sat down and talked to the media after the win over Norfolk State, and here's how it sounded.
Anthony was one of the guys that came in. You didn't experience what they did last year. What are you new guys looking to bring in? What mentality?
Well, kind of Coach Baker, since he's got here, he's kind of just instilled us that all that stuff that happened last year is not who we are as a team this year. All that stuff is in the past for a reason. So he just kind of instilled us that, just kind of had that Goldfish mindset, just kind of short-lived, don't think of the past, just kind of move forward, that kind of approach. So that's kind of the mindset he's kind of instilled in us.
How you like having the opportunities you had? You got a lot more targets than you got at State.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. This is my first college start ever, so had a little bit of first start jitters, the first drive, but once we got going, I felt so good out there. So it was definitely super, super exciting to be out there, man.
What's the transfer portal process like for you, and how exciting is it to have a chance to go somewhere else and as you mentioned, and be a starter in your case?
The transfer portal was, I wouldn't say stressful. My family helped me and guided me through it, and I trusted in God through the process, so I really wasn't stressed throughout the portal, my portal experience. But going to visit like a couple different schools, I realized that ECU was my home just based on the coaches, the culture, how they treat their players, all that stuff like that. So it's been a great experience since I got here ECU 8 or 9 months ago. And they've welcomed me in like I've been here for the last 4 years, so it's definitely been a great experience.
Getting into the end zone, first game as a Pirate, what does that mean?
It's crazy for me because that's my first starting touchdown. Like it just feels crazy. It felt unreal, and the energy in Dowdy is always crazy. So it was definitely so exciting.
To that point, to have someone like Jake who can extend the play and is able to find you, what did he kind of do on that play to help get it to you?
He kind of just did what he's been doing in practice for the last 8 months since he's got here. He's put his head down and he's grinded, and I feel like we've all kind of just put our head down and grinded, so I didn't expect anything less from Jake. I knew that if the play broke down, I knew that I still got to be able to get open because I know he can make the play and he could do anything with the ball. So I just got to just continue to stay open and continue to work my routes and stuff like that, but I didn't expect anything less from Jake because this is what we've been doing. This is what the coaches have instilled in us for the last 8-9 months, so I didn't expect nothing less.
Anthony, you lost your shoe, I think.
Yeah.
Sideline, and then we had to run a play with you. I mean, what was that like?
Yeah, man, I can't lie, it was such a crazy experience because when my shoe came off and they called another play, I'm like, where is my shoe at? And then I seen it on the sideline. The other team was like waving it around. I'm like, no way. So I was like, dang, I really got to run this play with no shot. I hope they don't throw me the ball. I can't cut nothing. So it was definitely a weird experience for me. I've never had something like that happen to me before.
Did you get it back as well?
Oh, yeah, I definitely got it back. I think one of the ball boys had went over there and got it for me because even after we had scored the touchdown, JB had scored the touchdown, I was on the sideline looking for my shoe. I could not find it, so I'm thinking they were hiding it from me or something.
Being able to come in and have the immediate impact that you've been able to have, what does that do for your mindset going forward and your expectations for this season for your entire position group?
I feel like I've kind of built my mindset up and instilled my mindset in the transfer portal, just betting on myself. That's kind of what I was telling myself, that you just got to continue to bet on yourself, and regardless of where you end up, you got to put your head down and work. So I expected myself to make an immediate impact anywhere I went. So it's definitely a great feeling, the fact that my actions kind of met my words tonight. So I just hope that I can continue, and I'm going to continue to build off what I did tonight. So.
How do you feel like the offense worked just with that pace you guys run with?
I would say that for the last 8-9 months or so, we kind of been going hard, whether it's been in the weight room, lifting with Big John, whether it's outside when we're conditioning, whether it's been at spring ball, fall camp, the coaches pushing the tempo and stuff like that. So I feel like it was kind of just natural for us. It actually was a lot easier for us because we've been going so hard in practice, and this has kind of just been our consistent mindset and our consistent way of doing things. So when we got in the game, it was so much easier for us.
All right, there's Anthony Smith, the wide receiver transfer from NC State. Got into the end zone the other night, and I believe that we will see him do that several other times this season. Can he do it again this Saturday against Old Dominion? We shall find out. Let's take a timeout, Shirley, and as we do, let's make you a winner. It is Monday, Movie Ticket Monday. You can be a winner. 317-1250 is the number. What caller do you need to be? Call number 5 is a winner, so call in right now and get 2 tickets to Golden Ticket Cinemas. We'll have more comments for you when we return after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90.
It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's here's Chandler.
Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Appreciate you. Welcome back into the show on a Monday here, a victory Monday after East Carolina defeats Norfolk State 42-3 on Saturday night. And after that game, we talked to the players. You just heard from Anthony Smith. And now we will hear from QB1, Jake Garcia. So here's how that sounded.
This thing will win for you guys.
It's big, man. It's hard to win in college football. It's hard to win in college football, and you don't take wins for granted. So, I mean, going out there and coming out 1-0, it's important. It's big building step, and I feel like we're going to keep building off of it. But, I mean, it means a lot to us, man. It means a lot to us as a program and a lot to the fans as well. So, really proud of the guys.
Jake, a lot of you guys didn't go through what they went through last year. So what kind of mindset are y'all trying to bring this year?
Yeah, I mean, the past is the past, right? The past is the past, and you can look at it, and then for the people that were here, you have to go into that and keep a chip on your shoulder, right? And I mean, just really have something to prove every day, right? But for the guys that weren't here, we're just going in and we're having a winning mindset, and that's something that Coach Baker was talking to us about, is that, you know, we have to have that mentality, like, hey, like we're the group that's going to do it. We're a group of winners, of guys that are out there. We're going out to win each and every week. So, we're just trying to go in with that type of mindset.
How would you assess your performance overall tonight?
I feel like I played well. I mean, there's a lot of things that I wish I could take back on it. I feel like it was good to get my feet wet again and take some snaps and get hit a little bit and when the live bullets are flying. But, I mean, a win is a win, and at the end of the day, I know for a fact that I'm going to build on it, and next week is going to be a lot better than this past week.
How did the experience of that first home game compare to what you visualized coming into it?
Yeah, I feel like it was a really good turnout. I feel like it got loud, and I mean, I know that as the season goes on, we're going to have more and more people coming out, especially when you start stacking every week, saying we're going to go 1-0, and you follow through with that. There's going to be standing room only.
How much is the transfer portal in terms of the opportunities that it creates? How much does it help you to get to this point in your career?
Yeah, it's been a journey for me, right? I would say that it's been a journey for me, and it's definitely been huge for me. I was at Miami for 2 years, played over there, and then went over with the coaching change, right? And, you know, coaches move around so much that it gets tough, right? I mean, I went there and expected to play in one offense and have one style to play. And, I mean, you go into it and you have to adapt when new coaches come in. But, I mean, it just wasn't really what I was looking for. And it was just kind of a tough situation. And I tried to see it through, but ended up making the move over to Missouri and didn't take a snap. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I know that I can play ball, and I still have the fire for it, right? And I think that there's a lot of guys out there that they're talented, and they just need the opportunity. So, yeah, it's been a huge help for me up to this point, and I'm very grateful. So,
Jake, you obviously 3 picks in the first half, but you didn't seem to let that affect your game. You were still taking shots, confident in yourself. Like, how much of that is mentality and not doubting yourself after something like that?
Yeah, man, you just got to talk to yourself. Things get tough. I mean, I've been through some stuff, man. I've been through some adversity. I say that. I've been through some adversity before, so I think just really knowing how to deal with that. And I mean, I came off the field one time, and was smiling after it. You know what I'm saying? It's about a perspective. So I think that, and I truly believe, if the guys see me down, if they see me get quiet and go into my shell, then I mean, there's no getting back on track, right? So I mean, you just I feel like you have to keep a positive mindset and just goldfish mentality. Like, whatever happened last play, it's fine. Like, good, bad, or indifferent. You just gotta turn the page and move on to the next play and just keep slinging it. Just keep slinging it and slow things down for yourself. Slow things down and just do what you do. Do what you do. We do this every day.
To that point, I mean, Coach Houston talked about the tempo early on. It seemed like the tempo was kind of getting to y'all too, but you were able to settle in and relax. You talked about relaxing in that tempo. Talk about like that shift in the game.
It's interesting that you say that. It's interesting that you say that. I feel like I could agree with that. I feel like first game jitters a little bit. For myself, I could say that. I wasn't necessarily nervous, but I mean, I think more so excited and anxious. And first game since 2022 that I got to play in. So I mean, I'd really say that you just got to go back to the basics of what you do, right? And playing fast is what we do in this offense. It's something that we're really good at, and something that we're going to be really good at throughout the season, and that's going to help us win ball games and put up numbers. So, yeah, I feel like with the first game jitters a little bit and just kind of trying to push that tempo, I feel like things can get a little bit muddy at times, a little bit cloudy, a little bit foggy. But, I mean, I think we settled into it, and I think it was used to our advantage.
Multiple guys have talked about the Goldfish mentality. How much of a point of focus has that been for you guys this season?
It's been huge, man, especially like I said, like the past, right? I mean, you have to have a goldfish mentality, and you can't let that affect you in any way of dragging what happened last year into this season, right? And again, like I keep saying perspective, but perspective is huge for me. Perspective is huge for me, and just the way that you view things, right? And I think it's hard to turn the page from play to play, right? But also like from day to day, it's tough. And not to let the things build up. Like I can go and let today affect me, even though a win's a win, right? And I'm proud of the guys. I'm so proud of the guys. But I mean, with my personal performance, and as a competitor, I feel like you focus on the negative things. So I mean, just trying to turn the page on that, but I can't let that affect me going into next week, right? So I just got to have that, like we said, like that goldfish mentality, and just keep slinging it, man. Just keep trusting the guys and the pieces around me, and keep trusting coach and play ball.
Can you kind of define goldfish mentality?
Yeah, it's I really say that, well, because we said, I got to fact check this, actually. I got to fact check this. But because we're over here running our mouth about goldfish mentality. Goldfish is like basically has like the worst memory of all the animals on the planet. Something like that. It's the principle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so a goldfish, if a goldfish has something happen to it, it won't remember it a second or 2 seconds later. It'll already forget, right? So I mean, that's really the goldfish mentality, and it's not letting good things or bad things affect the next play, right? And we say also to feed off of that is the next play is ours. The next play is yours. The next play is yours, right? So, I mean, really just turning the page and being able to get back to neutral as quick as you can. So that's really the goldfish mentality right there.
All right, there's QB1 Jake Garcia after the win against Norfolk State. Now let's go to the other side of the football. Let's talk to the captain of the defense, Zakai Barker. He had 2 tackles for loss on Saturday night. So let's hear his comments after the win.
Because just starting off with a win, how important is that just for putting last year behind you and focusing on the win?
Oh, man, starting off with a win, wins are hard to come by. So it's very important. It's a great feeling. It's a great thing for this team. It's a great thing for City of Greenville, all the Pirate fans to see us win and get that winning feeling back and understand that this is what it's going to be like from now on.
Yeah, you'll know you are going to get the run tonight. They run it 45 times, 43 yards. You got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's just BDN, though. That's the accumulation of a whole bunch of inside run periods, team run periods, a whole bunch of tough, hard-nosed Coach Houston practices. So that's what that looks like when it comes to fruition the right way. Under 50 yards, that's a beautiful thing to see, and just speaks to the type of character this defense plays with.
How was the helmet communication? I'm not sure if you or Mike had it, but if you did, how did that go?
Right. I mean, the helmet communication, it's a good thing to have. We have a couple different helmets we have to switch out between. It's about 3 or 4 of us that have the helmet communication, so we don't want to get caught with a green dot on the same field. So that was probably the biggest hassle. I was just telling them in there. Another thing was the fact that Dowdy was so loud tonight. So that makes me, you probably saw me cover my ears a couple times trying to get like what you said, you know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother, that's a good problem to have. That means y'all showed up and showed out for us. So that's something we can fix on the back end going up to this next week against ODU.
Got a lot of contributions from some of the new guys. What impact do you think they had?
Oh man, every addition that came to this roster was specifically placed for success. So would that be the offensive side or the defensive side? We all bought in. Everybody that you see on that field has bought in and put the work in and showed not only themselves, but not only their teammates, but the coaches and everybody in this building that they deserve a spot, a chance on the field, and that they'll make plays, and they're bought in and sold into what we're trying to do this year.
Kai, can you maybe compare last year's season opener to this year's season opener?
Going into it, it's the mindset. It's definitely the mindset. Regardless of what the score was of the season opener last year, the mindset that we have and all the work that has built up to now, that's the difference. The attention to detail, to the small things, a lot of times that's what got us beat. And obviously it's probably a few small things that we messed up on first game and all that, those type of things. But I know we're going to have real attention to detail to get those things fixed so they don't happen again.
How exciting was it to see Gavin find the end zone there on the pick six?
Oh, man, it was very exciting. I mean, I seen him catch that pick. It felt like a dream. I just turned around and tried to find somebody to block. So it felt great. You know, BDN, part of that BDN is trying to create turnovers and get in that end zone. We're trying to put points on the board, too. So, yes, sir, it felt great.
Is that a mentality thing, too? Like, not only getting the turnover, but scoring?
Man, we get that ball in our hands. We're trying to score. We're trying to go to that box. And that's a fact. So you see any of us get a fumble or a pick or whatever, we're trying to block, we're trying to sit a while, we're trying to get to that box.
As a defense, you guys held them 1 for 18 on third down. Just how important is it just to win on that time?
It's huge. You have to get off the field on third down. It's a big part of college football. It's a big part of football is when the opportunity presents itself, get off the field, make a play and get off the field. So it was huge to 1 for 18. That's amazing. I think the goal is winning 70% plus. That's way more than 70%. So I think we're pretty happy with that. But on that one play, it was probably something that we messed up that we can go fix. On the 17 other, it's probably something that we can go fix. So I feel like we all had that mindset of continuously getting better, and that's really what matters.
All right, that was Jake Garcia and Zakai Barker. Man, it feels great to hear players after a win. We only got to hear it twice last year. So hopefully there's more on the list for this year's schedule. So off to a good start is ECU football. All right, let's take a timeout. And when we return, we will have the first edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback with Holton Naylor, so you don't want to miss that. So we'll be right back right after this break.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown and Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and solutions those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
At
United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. They are open at noon, 7 days a week with live music. Come and enjoy sports trivia with Clip Brock on Mondays, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's local acoustic night along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesdays. Thursday is a brand new lineup with Singos starting at 8 o'clock, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies, you get in free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. For an updated schedule, check them out on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. NFL Week 1 is here, and a new season means new ways to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. You can do that. If you are ready to do a touchdown dance of your own, sign in with DraftKings. Derrick Henry is plus 600 coming up Thursday night in the Ravens-Chiefs opener. So you can look and see the first touchdown odds for each and every game. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium on us. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms. Every Monday, Holt Nailers will provide us with the Monday morning quarterback, his thoughts on the weekend. And Shirley, let's hear the first edition of that.
Happy Labor Day and welcome to the first edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback with me, Holt Nailers. My overreaction of the weekend is that does USC actually have a defense? Did Lincoln Riley go out and actually get a defensive coordinator who can call a defense and actually stop an offense? Because if so, they're a sleeper. Everyone talks about them in the Big Ten. Can they hang and all that? They play at Michigan, but then they have Penn State at home. Other than that, their schedule really isn't that hard. And with the 12-team playoff, you can lose 2-3 games, especially in the Big Ten, and still make the playoff. Lincoln Riley kind of seemed like he was on the hot seat. If he has a defense, he's a contender now. We already know the offense is going to move the ball. Their quarterback looked really, really good last night, so that's something to check moving forward. Next, the Pirates look like they have their quarterback in Jake Garcia. He was slinging around. The interceptions don't scare me. He was taking risks. It was an FCS school. I'm okay with it. Next week, though, ODU, that's a big one for us. We start off as an underdog. That kind of surprised me a little bit. I thought we were going to be a 7 to 10 point favorite in that. A little disrespectful, but if you want to see if I take the Pirates, make sure you check out Friday's best bets when I release them. Went 4-0 week 1, so we'll have to see if we keep going. Next, I said it in my best bets segment. Cam Ward and Miami are legit. He has been a stud wherever he's been. They're a contender. I think the ACC's really bad. They beat Florida in Gainesville. I know Florida's not very good. Their coach is out 100%. But that's a tough environment. They still went out and won. Those are my thoughts of this past weekend. That's Monday Morning Quarterback with Holt Nailers. Make sure you tune in every Monday. Plus, podcast this week. ECU legend and Hall of Famer Jeff Blake joins the show. Add us at Twitter, at Holt Nailers Show, if you want to be mentioned on the show. We'll see you.
Catch up with Holt Nailers every Monday morning on the Pirate Radio social media pages to hear his recap of the weekend about the Pirates and the world of college football. The Monday Morning Quarterback on Pirate Radio. Be sure to subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Watch the Holt Nailers Show every week. Awesome guest this week with Jeff Blake.
The gunslinger. Can't wait. He's had some great guests on, and Jeff Blake hopefully has a lot of stories for the people on the Holt Nailers Show this week.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Holton with his big picture thoughts on college football after week 1. Mine, a lot of penalties, I think did Mike Houston kind of allude to, some sloppiness week 1.
Yeah.
We certainly saw it with some turnovers.
6 turnovers, yeah. Not ideal, but Pirates were able to bounce back, and defense kept Norfolk State out of the end zone.
Yeah, so did Norfolk State score on the first drive after the first pick?
Yeah, after the first pick, they settled for a field goal.
Kicked a field goal, and then after that, nothing else on the board. Hey, J-Bone, can you give me a total for East Carolina and ODU?
I think it opened at 49. I'll check right now, see where it's at.
Respect.
52.5.
Oof. People woke up and saw this line and said, ECU's offense is back. Give me the Pirates. Give me the over.
I like the under.
Seems like a lot, yeah.
I just think our defense is going to be able to hold them to a low amount.
Yeah. And what about our offense? Are you not quite sold yet?
I mean, I think we could put up like 28, 35 points, but, give them like 10, 17, something like that.
All right. Jarrett's feeling it. Anything non-ECU from the weekend, Sean, as we go into week 2?
What
about State?
State, they got a big one this week. They got it done on Thursday night, barely against Western Carolina, so they got to play Tennessee this week in Charlotte.
Everybody's going to bet on Tennessee and say they're going to win by 1 million, and they might be right, but I just hate the overreaction and all jump on one side. It makes me want to take State this weekend, even though I don't think they're going to win. But, have you found anybody that's like, hey, let's run to the window and bet on NC State this weekend against Tennessee?
No.
Tennessee's quarterback's a bad man, too.
And I'll say this. Has USC found a defense?
No.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Tennessee's 7-point favorite. I kind of like State to hang around.
Yeah. I don't know, John. LSU's supposed to have a good offense, and Tennessee or USC looked pretty good last night. But has North Carolina found a defense?
I don't think so.
No. It is very tough, and we always do it to not go crazy after 1 week of football, after 60 minutes of football.
But we always do.
Yeah, it makes it fun.
Joe Sloan getting some TV time last night.
Clemson might not win a game this year.
I don't know. I don't think they over under 3.5 ACC wins.
Are you kidding me? Or are you playing along?
I'm playing.
Thank you, buddy. Way to play along.
I'm just trying to cheer you up.
Under. Way under.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, look, they'll be fine. They'll be all right. Big bounce back week for certain teams this week.
Yeah. Definitely Clemson.
West Virginia, Florida. Like, do they get on the map? Florida State tonight, exactly, as they take on Boston College in Tallahassee. Jamie says UNC does not make a bowl game. Okay. Interesting. Didn't PJ Fleck used to be fun?
Row the boat, baby.
And now he just, like, tries to win 17-16? Oh, I did have one more take. I have a take on playing FCS teams, and you will hear that when we return and wrap things up on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday, a Victory Monday. Back with you after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bugged
up. It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Mow like a pro with Hustler zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Say Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
Regulators, mount up. Dank Burrito is coming to Greenville. Dank is your ticket to adventure in a tortilla. We combine bold flavors to make new kinds of burritos, tacos, and bowls, like honey truffle buffalo chicken or teriyaki shrimp. Once you're Dank, you'll never want the same boring burrito again. Dank Burrito is also the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, which we all know and love here in G Vegas. We're opening soon at 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Come join the Dank Burrito Mafia. Hope to see y'all soon.
This is Clip Brock, host of PRL, every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. And the stock market was closed today due to the Labor Day holiday, but when it opens back up tomorrow, the Dow will be up 228 points at 41,563. The NASDAQ will be up 197 at 17,713. The S&P will be up 56 at 5,648. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. And as we head back into the show, have a quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. The Guardians lead the Royals 4-1 in the top of the 8th inning. Gavin Williams so far has gone through the entire game. He's pitched 7 innings. He's only allowed 1 hit, 1 run, walked 2, and 6 strikeouts so far for Big Gav.
Amazing performance in a big game there in the AL Central, and the Guardians up 4-1. Gavin pitching a 1-hitter, 1 run allowed right now through 7. All right, Pirates opened up with a win over Norfolk State. I say let's do that every year. In today's era of college football, where you're scheduling games 10 years out, you've got a different quarterback every 1 to 2 years for the most part. If your guy's too good, he'll try to move up somewhere. If he's not good enough, you're looking to replace him. So you don't know who your quarterback's going to be year to year. I say schedule the FCS team week 1 every year. Let's go ahead and get a practice game in.
Who do you want to see next?
Norfolk State every year.
Every year?
Yes.
Everybody get assigned an FCS school and roll with it.
I don't want to see North Carolina A&T. I have bad memories from that. But do you agree, John, or do you want to see East Carolina versus South Carolina and Charlotte?
I used to, but now, especially with, NIL and getting away from, all these Power 5 schools that we used to beat, like Virginia Tech, no, I don't. I'd rather just get a win, start the season off with, 1-0 like we had this past weekend. And just,
would you rather have a warm-up game or be Michigan's warm-up game?
Us have a warm-up game.
If I knew we were going to have a strong veteran team coming back, I wouldn't mind a big one to start the season, but we'll have plenty of big ones later on. Let's go ahead and get a W like we did on Saturday. That was fun, and it made for a fun 5th quarter as well. All right, we will talk to you Tuesday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live for Shirley Rhodes, J-Bone, Jared Watkins, the Chan Man. I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio